Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryan.
And welcome to the Tailgate. Today we are tailgating Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. So of course we're out here with the grill, but we're doing some little grilled appetizers, things that Mother would love. We are doing some grilled shrimp scampi skewers. And we're gonna do a marinade, and we're gonna do a butter dipping sauce for those. We have a grilled Caesar salad, and we're gonna grill the romaine lettuce, the lemons, the croutons. It's gonna be full of grill flavor, and it's one of my favorite things to do for a Caesar salad. We're also doing some bruschetta, and we are doing some grilled shortcake, grilled shortcake.
Yeah, grilled shortcake.
Grilled strawberry shortcake, where we're grilling the bread, we'll grill the strawberries, we'll even grill strawberries in a foil packet to like make a little strawberry sauce over the top. Can't grill the whipped cream though. Can't grill that. So, what are you doing? What's your first thing to do?
I'm ready for whatever over here.
Okay.
I got my grill ripping over here, and
he's the grill guy, I'm the other things guy.
I think maybe we should do some lettuce first, or
actually, yes, we should grill the lettuce first, give it a chance to cool down, but y'all, we're not going to be grilling the lettuce to where it's like completely wilted. We're going to chop this in half if you want to chop that in half.
I'll chop it in half, and we're just going to put
washed.
a nice char on it.
Yeah, so we need to brush it with some grapeseed oil, a high temp oil, just cutting it down to half. We're not wilting the entire romaine lettuce, we're just looking for the crispy edges. And because these two halves are big, the lettuce that's inside is still gonna be crisp, juicy. How you feel about romaine lettuce is just gonna have that little char flavor.
Yes, and I actually have some grapeseed oil over
you already got it right there?
Yeah,
there's the brush.
You can add some olive into it if you want.
Oh, nope, I don't need to add olive. We can just do the grapeseed because I'm looking for high char. And then if you want to salt, pepper, whatever you want to do for that, I'll let you do that. Yeah. Meanwhile, I got to get working on the shrimp scampi skewers. Of course, whenever you're buying shrimp, you're going to spend more money if it's already deveined. And a lot of times it is well worth it to have it already deveined because it is a bit tedious of a project, but I want my shells to stay on. Whenever I grill shrimp, I like the shells to stay on. It does really prevent them from being overcooked. It adds a bunch of flavor. It's beautiful for presentation. But oftentimes in the frozen section, you don't get the deveined shell on. It's kind of hard to do both of those. So we are doing that project, and then we're gonna put them in a marinade and serve it with a butter sauce. So what I'm doing to cut my shrimp, oftentimes to devein, I'll like to go underneath, because that's where it is. That's where that blue line is that you don't want in the shrimp. But for this, since I wanted to cut them in half anyway, so that way they get all that marinade, I'm kind of slicing the shrimp in half, almost all the way, but we're not cutting it in half until it's exposed. And then I have a toothpick here and a little mini fork and a paring knife, depending on the vein, depends on what tool I'll need. Toothpick has been pretty useful.
And so I'm also going to be oiling up my grill grates here.
Oh yeah, I got to oil.
Also the grapeseed oil stands up to a nice high temp on the grill here. And just a little paper towel to whip in there.
I think I want to make a lot more shrimp this summer, so that way by the end of the summer I am just so quick at deveining. But I like this technique a lot more for slicing over the top and then going inside rather than going from the bottom. And so these are going to be on skewers. So this is butterflying, I am butterflying them, so if I were to just cook them, they would kind of cook to where they're popped out. However, we are putting these on skewers, and the way that we're skewering them, we're going to use 2 skewers for them, shrimp skewer, and then we're going to put another skewer in there, so that way it's easier to flip. So these aren't going to puff up as much, but the openness is going to let them have access to a lot more marinade. Yeah, it will. Yeah, I got to get that juicy marinade in there. Y'all, how is everyone doing? What are y'all doing for Mother's Day? Let me know if you have any sort of dinner plans, or if you're making something, or if you bought your mother something, or if you are a mother.
And
are you planning on being disappointed?
Are you planning on being disappointed?
Yeah. Are you planning on being mad on Monday?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. All right, so we're gonna go right on the grill with these.
Right on the grill.
Right on the grill with them, and I'm gonna go ahead and brush the backs while they're doing that on the fronts.
Oh yeah.
We're just trying to keep them.
Dude, y'all, last summer we did a series on grilled salads where every show we did, we would be grilling a salad, and oh my gosh, y'all, I need to make an article with all the recipes on them because they are on FoodTokTV.com. These recipes will be up there later. Hello, Babs. Hello, hello.
And when we need to get to the farmer's market, because when the farmer's market gets popping, that's when you get all those beautiful greens.
Oh yes, all the beautiful
and
farmer's market
unique
greens. Right. Which of course, like Saturday used to be our farmer's market day, but now it's our FoodTok TV day. But next Saturday we're not going to be here.
Am I going to be putting those like in a bowl or something?
In what?
In a bowl.
The shrimp?
No, the lettuce.
You can just put it on a plate because we got to chop it before we put it in the bowl. So you can just put it on a plate. Let everyone look at it. Yeah, that lettuce is not going to take long. Of course, not everyone is a fan of a hot salad, hot lettuce salad. So we're starting with the romaine first. So that way, there we go. So that way it gets a chance to cool down while we make our dressing. Thank y'all so much for tapping the screens and being here with us. Happy early Mother's Day. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, so if you forgot, be sure you, head on over to the store. This man always forgets Mother's Day.
I don't.
He doesn't forget Mother's Day. Like, it's kind of one of those you always see it on the schedule the week of, So it's not that he forgets it. It's just always we find out.
It's always a surprise.
Right. Even though
every day it's always a surprise.
Even though I worked in the restaurant industry for years and years and years, so like Mother's Day was always a big deal for us. And working in the restaurant industry, I had a manager once tell me that Mother's Day was always busier than Father's Day because for Mother's Day, dads aren't very creative, so they just take the wife out, for the meal with everyone. But mothers are a little bit more creative, so while Father's Day was busy, it was more about moms are creative. Okay, so I am going to clear the shrimp station because raw shrimp, no bueno.
Just kind of pressing this down here, get a little more of a sear, a little more of a char. There we go. That's a char. Oh yeah. This one is not cooperating, but that's okay. So we're gonna chop you up anyways, buddy.
Also maybe dads for Father's Day would probably rather be at the grill. Sorry, I was continuing my previous thought.
Yeah, if I were a dad, I would want to be at the grill for Father's Day, Mother's Day, all the days.
All the days.
Alright, so now we just got a nice char on this. I don't want to go too far and wilt it. And my grill, I just got the grill going before the show, so it's not ridiculously hot. So that's about as much sear as we can get on that before we wilt it.
And yes, so like we get that nice sear, we get the nice char, but the lettuce inside is still going to be crispy, still going to be like lettuce. We're not wilting it completely, just like the outside is wilting. What was I doing? Oh, lemons. We got to grill the lemons.
You have to grill the lemons.
Because we are using lemons in a few things today. We are using lemons in the Caesar dressing. And then also using lemons... What? Oh, marinade. And y'all, grilling your lemons, oh my gosh, it just adds so much flavor. If your grill is already on, why not?
Why not?
And you get all the juice out of it because whenever it heats up, you're able to squeeze every single drop of juice, so you actually get more lemon juice doing this. But then you get this nice little char flavor that's just so good.
Yeah, and it kind of mellows out the lemon juice a little.
It does. It makes it not so harsh.
Yeah.
Grandma has no energy still in my PJs. Man, if it wasn't show day, I would probably still be in my PJs too, so I understand
if it wasn't too warm for PJs.
What up, Maria Ma? Hello, everybody. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. We just grilled the romaine lettuce for the grilled Caesar salad. I am working on the marinade for the shrimp scampi skewers, but we gotta grill the lemons because that's going to be part of my marinade. Another part of my marinade is going to be a bunch of garlic, so I'm going to go ahead and get some garlic.
Go ahead and get some lemons popping.
Yeah, get those lemons popping. Y'all, I've even grilled lemons for cocktails, or even gotten like a torch or a broiler just to like get that like toasty flavor, because even if you're not getting the grill flavor, that little toastiness does help mellow it out.
You can totally torch them.
Oh yeah, totally torch them.
Should I grill like an onion? Mm-hmm. Should I grill an onion too?
I mean, why not? You got the grill here.
Got the grill on?
Why not? Ah, yes. Yeah, but for these meals, I was kind of thinking like, you know, grilling appetizers, but I still wanted it to be like appetizer hors d'oeuvre kind of feel to it, something dainty. I think that was the word I was looking for, dainty. Yes. Do we have, oh, you did bring up the trash can. Yay!
I did.
Oh man, love it. Yeah, we call this our outdoor kitchen, but basically we brought everything from our indoor kitchen to the outside. Our yard is dreamy. Thank you. We are in Nashville, Tennessee, and it is so nice being in like a suburban kind of, you know, backyard area, but then we're also like right next door to everything Nashville has to offer. So we are very fortunate where we are. Also, I like that it's fairly warm here, but we also still get seasons.
Yeah, we still have seasons.
We still have seasons, but
spring and fall don't last very long, but we get them.
Once every 2 years, we get insane snowstorms, but thank you. I love our backyard too. Oh yes. And he's just grilling an onion just because onion. No,
just because I can.
Because the fire lasts so long with the grill. Oftentimes we're done or in between stuff, and it's like, what is in this house I can throw on the grill?
Yeah. When you know.
What is here?
Yeah, we're grilling with charcoal here, so we like to use every bit of it.
We're probably gonna start having to get backup grill produce, just separate produce for grill emergencies. And
I got a little bit of garlic going on too.
Ooh, yes.
Why not?
I love the bulb of garlic on. You know what?
I'm gonna these little guys come out of there, and that's okay. That's how we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
He's just gonna miss out on the fun.
I think I'm just gonna mince this garlic since I have all the time in the world. You know, but mincing the garlic because I don't want to use my grater because that's gonna be for the cheese later. Yes. I don't want garlicky cheese.
You save it for the greater good.
Wah wah. Wah wah wah.
Let's brush these with a little bit of grapeseed oil as well.
But y'all, next week we will not be in Nashville, Tennessee.
No, we won't.
We will not be here next week in Nashville, Tennessee, because we are going to be in Dallas at the FoodTokTV house. We are getting together for a live grub match. Me and Daphne Brogdon will be hosting it. We will be doing live cooking shows, cooking competition. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to get to meet pretty much everybody. There's a few people that can't make it, but we'll get to meet a bunch of people we've been wanting to meet for FoodTokTV because most of the people.
I'm going to get this with a little bit of Celtic salt and a little bit of pepper.
So y'all, next Saturday, we will be on all day, and it will be everyone on FoodTokTV. So don't make plans for next Saturday. Don't try and have a life on us, y'all.
Yeah, don't go off and get a life.
And y'all, if you are new to FoodTokTV, welcome. I'm glad that you came across us. We are a live cooking show channel. We go live every single day, Monday through Friday. We have multiple shows a day. This is Saturday where Ryan and I, we tailgate. We're the tailgate. We're the grill people. We're some of the grill people. We have a bunch of grill people, but we are some of the grill people, but we are the tailgate. So appetizers, party food, all that. Typically on the grill whenever weather permits. So welcome. And be sure you hit the follow.
Today is nice. It's like 70 degrees or so.
Yeah. It is a little cloudy to where it's like we know at any minute it could start sprinkling on us.
Yes, it's a little cloudy. No, I don't think we have sprinkles in the forecast. It's just clouds.
Just clouds. He's gonna, because he said that it's gonna start raining.
I know, right?
You jinxed us. You jerk.
All right, so there we go. Now we got some grilled up lemons there.
Ah, yes, perfect, and just in time for me to make this marinade. But y'all, Oh man, you can smell the lemon, but that nice little char, it just like browns up all of the sugar that's inside any of the lemons. It all adds such a nice toasty flavor. Salad dressings, garnishes, cocktails, desserts, anything you may need a lemon for, try grilling it. The shrimp I got the largest shrimp I could find. And of course, I always buy my shrimp frozen. Whenever you're at the counter and they offer like the fresh shrimp, it's not really shrimp, they just thawed it for you. And shrimp just does not take long to thaw at all, enough for me to have to buy it fresh from the counter. Like, I don't think I will ever be in such a time crunch. I will need the fresh from the counter. And the quickest way I have found to thaw my shrimp has been to just completely remove it from the bag and then throw it in a salad spinner with cold water. Let that spin a few times, boom, it's thawed. Takes me less than 60 seconds. It takes me more time to wash the salad spinner after. I don't know if I'm gonna need all this garlic. Yeah, I am. Well, I mean, I am, but I was wondering like for the marinade, because I am gonna be adding some of this beautiful lemon juice. I got my little juicer over here. Ooh, still nice and warm. Probably an entire lemon for this marinade, at least. Now with this, because I am marinating the shrimp, what happens when you marinate seafood in a very sharp acid like lemon, what happens is it starts to denature and it kind of gives the appearance that it's cooked even though it's really not. I mean, that's what ceviche is basically not cooking the shrimp. Oh, do not throw these out.
Sorry. Oh, we can use those in our
spent lemon syrup.
Spent lemon syrup. Ooh, spent lemon.
Grilled lemon syrup.
Oh, yep. Sorry about that.
Everyone be mad at him.
Yeah, I'll take the heat on that.
I'll talk to you guys later about why I was mad at him throwing that out. But anyway, so because of that, I don't want to make this mostly a citrus marinade. I'm going to be cutting it with a ton of olive oil, and yes, olive oil is also acidic, but the thing is, its acidity it's not as acidic as lemon. So I'm making it a lot less acidic by adding this olive oil, so it won't be denaturing that so much. So at the end of this, the pH will probably still be around 4. Meanwhile, lemon is around like 2.3 or something, and that would denature the protein. Here we're able to get that lemon flavor without cevicheing the shrimp, basically. Hope that was helpful. And then so I'm kind of doing we're doing shrimp scampi skewers, so I'm doing the flavors of shrimp scampi in this marinade. And of course a little bit of mustard, because I am the mustard queen, and mustard just adds that little bit of just oomph. I'm using a spicy brown, just a few, maybe like a teaspoon of that. Also going to add a splash of white wine, because shrimp scampi is typically jumbo shrimp that's cooked in butter and white wine and garlic and parsley. Fairly simple thing to make with shrimp, focusing on the simple flavors here. So that's what I'm doing in my marinade. So I got the lemon, the olive oil, plenty of garlic. I'm going to throw in some parsley for that like little bit of white wine in there, some parsley, plenty of garlic. And I'm going to salt and pepper it. And we'll garnish more parsley later. This is just going to be the parsley that sticks to it while it's marinating. Y'all, thank you so much for being here and joining us for our live, getting ready for these shrimp scampi skewers. I'm excited because after this I will be working on the bruschetta. And I have these beautiful heirloom tomatoes that we will be making the bruschetta with. I could not resist. Even though they were way more expensive by the pound, could not resist. All right, I wrote down all my marinade ingredients just in case. Oh, I was also gonna add a shallot to this. I have a lot of shallot in our recipes today. Ooh.
You like that?
I'm not in a position to be moving the camera closer and closer, but background looks beautiful.
I'll move the food to the
Okay, yeah, we got to move the food to the camera right now. But another compliment of our background. Thank you so much. We love being here. We moved into this house in 2013 when we were renting it, and in 2021 we bought it off our landlady. So we're very fortunate to be homeowners, especially in a large city like Nashville. Man, I should have just grated the shallot in here. Would you actually get me one of the small deli tubs, and I'll save the shallot for something else. You know what? Never mind. There's a lot of parsley on here. I need to use the shallot. Never mind.
Okay.
86 me. 86 my thoughts. And plus I'm not doing like perfect little chopping for the shallot.
Onion. Put that in there somewhere, and then we have some nice roasted.
Man, I'm glad you had the onion and garlic for grilled merge. Ooh, I might use some of that garlic in our Caesar dressing that we're doing with this
I was thinking
grilled
ahead.
romaine. Oh, you are thinking ahead.
So yeah, really some nice
Grilling our vegetables.
charred up onion and some charred up roasted garlic there.
We're grilling our salad, we're grilling our appetizers, our bruschetta and our grilled shrimp skewers, and then we're also grilling our dessert with a grilled strawberry shortcake.
Yes. And should I chop that lettuce now?
If you would like.
Yeah. I'll go
Yeah,
ahead
and then go ahead and
between.
Yeah, while you're in between stuff, I will yell at you when I need you to grill more stuff for me,
When you
babe.
need to grill more things. Oh,
Right.
Perfect. And
Hey guys, if you're using your knife to like scrape up your stuff, don't use the sharp end of the knife. That's how you know,
then
make bad sounds and ruin your knife. So I'm using the dull end.
skewers over here for a moment.
All right. Tiny whisk.
This garlic husk so it doesn't. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Adding some pepper and some salt. And then we will taste and adjust. And of course, you know, with the shrimp scampi, a big part of the flavor profile is the butter. But we will not be adding butter to our marinade. But we will be making a butter dipping sauce. It's gonna be amazing. All right.
Do I need the bigger bowl or is it?
A butter dipping sauce. It's gonna be amazing. All right.
Do I need the bigger bowl or is it?
I'm gonna use the bigger bowl for the dressing because we're gonna dress the bowl. So
that's fine.
yeah, that will be fine because I'll. All right. One thing that I love from Benjamin's Kitchen, he's on FoodTokTV Thursdays at noon Central, and one of his favorite tips that I use every single day is having a little coffee cup with the tasting spoon, so you're not always running to your spoon drawer and doing that. That was a life-changing tip right there. The taster spoon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sometimes whenever you taste something, or you're trying to taste and adjust to see if it's any good, you'll feel like it's missing something, but you're not going to be sure what. Typically that means you're missing salt. Oh, yep, I was missing salt. Even though I did salt it, I needed to add more, but it's like a ton of garlic and parsley in here. Oh, do you want to sample the marinade? Oh, before we you want to make the shrimp separate because oftentimes, you know, you just want to throw it on top of the shrimp, but we got to keep it separate so that way we can taste and adjust our marinade. Got to keep it separated. And of course, I'm reusing the same spoon I just tasted because we're eating all this food today.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not making this for any
Ain't
actual
nobody else
mothers.
getting any of this.
Not making this for any actual mothers.
Yeah. No. Oh man. Wow.
Yeah?
That. Mm-hmm.
That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yay.
One second.
What are you doing? Oh. Yay. So I got my little baggie set up. Y'all, I think I just searched in the machine, you know, the thing you're holding in your hands. I think I searched for
that thing.
prep bag, Ziploc holder, something like that. Got 3 of these. Love them for prep.
Those butts, those lettuce butts aren't good for the
Is that your last one? Because I'm about to marinate. So we are going to throw our beautiful shrimp in here. I love marinating in Ziploc bags so that way you can create less space so more marinade touches your food.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Rather than using a bowl or something.
And
I
you
love
can, you know, if it doesn't completely cover, you can flip it around.
Yeah.
You can just throw it in the fridge and it doesn't take up as much room. It's just the way to go.
one thing about us one thing about like making appetizers and stuff like we do is I'm always looking for stuff that can be done ahead of time. Like, you know, maybe an hour ago when I'm not already
maybe an hour ago.
Maybe an hour ago. You know, this can be marinated for a few hours in advance. You don't want to marinate it too long because there is the lemon in here, and over time it'll denature. But about an hour or two with this marinade will be perfect. If we only get 30 minutes out of this marinade, whatever. I'm just gonna throw this in the fridge when Ryan comes back, and I'm going to clear off my station. Because next I gotta work on marinating the tomatoes for the bruschetta. Thank y'all so much for being here and hanging out with us for our Mother's Day tailgate. Whew. All right. So I'm gonna throw this in there, and I think next we gotta work on Orion. Oh.
Orion.
Oh. Orion.
Work on Orion.
So I'll be working on the bruschetta. We can have these to the side for later. So while I'm working on the bruschetta, do you want to chop up the the strawberries and or the pound cake
Yes.
for the grill?
Are we skewering the strawberries and
I think
pouching the berries?
Yes.
The other berries? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, but I do want to pouch a few of like smaller cut strawberries to make like a or we could do a mixed berry sauce. Is that what you're thinking for the pouch, where we have like all three of the berries?
Yeah, or just
or do
like
you want
those
a strawberry
two,
sauce?
and then like I was just thinking these would be great on some skewers.
Okay, I do need to skewer some, and then.
So I'm gonna chop like half of them.
So okay, what we're discussing right now is we're doing the grilled strawberry shortcake, and yes, I think we need to cut them in half and then skewer them.
Okay.
And then for the pound cake, I feel like we can just cut these in slices and throw them on the grill. This is just a store-bought pound cake. I figured the $4.79 would be a lot. It was worth the time it would make me to make a pound cake.
Okay.
So the sauce over the top, are we doing a mixed berry or just strawberry?
I think a mixed berry.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Like,
We could even, okay.
so we're kind of. Here, I'm gonna get the smaller skewers for this and save those for the shrimp.
Word. All right. So while he's working on that, that will be a fairly simple thing to put together. I am going to be working on the bruschetta. Now what bruschetta is, it's essentially what we're making. We have this baguette here that we will be chopping into crostini slices. And then we're basically making Italian pico de gallo. We even looked it up. I'll wait for him to come back because he was really excited about this, about the pico de gallo thing. But we're gonna take these beautiful heirloom tomatoes and essentially just mix them with a garlic oil and some basil, some salt and pepper, and then garnish it over the top of the crostini with some balsamic glaze. Now typically for a bruschetta, Roma tomatoes are probably gonna be your best bet because Roma tomatoes are gonna be really dry. When you are making this sort of like marinated tomato thing here, you want it to not be super liquidy because you're serving it on bread. You don't want the bread to become soggy. So Roma tomatoes are going to be your best bet because those are dry. You can just like take out the flesh or whatever. But if you got heirloom tomatoes, that's actually the better one. I don't care if they are more juicy. I don't care if they are not dry. I'm using the heirloom tomatoes. So it'd be like heirloom tomatoes, whatever looks beautiful. Roma is actually technically correct, but you know what I mean. But in order to make these less juicy, we're gonna salt them. So, be back to that.
Perfect timing.
I do this all the time for cucumber salads, cabbage salads. I'm gonna be slicing this up and then I'm gonna be salting it like I would salt something to enjoy. And then we're gonna let the water come out of here. So we're kind of getting rid of some of the juicy aspect of it, but we're gonna be increasing that tomato flavor in the tomatoes that we slice.
This strawberry had a couple of bad spots.
What spray do we clean our cutting board with? This is a multi-surface food safe cleaner that we use.
Yes, it's food contact safe.
Yeah, food contact safe.
There's
That's
no
what
chemicals.
we do.
It uses thyme oil.
And you know, honestly, there are a lot of ways that you're supposed to be cleaning your cutting board, like all these like oils and soaps that you are supposed to use. And with this, we try and do that. This is a cutting board I got just to like, whatever. I didn't spend much on it, but I had bought this cutting board, and our plan was to use like onion and garlic and, you know, whatever regular soap. But we've had this cutting board for like 5 years. So while there are a lot of people that are very specific in how they take care of their cutting boards, which for a reason, you know,
Yes.
sometimes no matter how great you take care of it.
Your wood cutting boards are naturally antimicrobial. There may be some debate about that, but
Woo, we got Kaz in here. What up?
Kaz, what's up?
It's Kaz's birthday on Monday, y'all.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Happy early birthday, Kaz.
Happy early birthday. We are birthday buddies because we're close. I don't think I've even ever sliced an heirloom tomato, but like,
I'm sure you.
I'm sure I have, but I don't know. I don't typically go heirloom with things just because it's way more expensive than just the Roma tomatoes, but I could not resist, y'all. Tomato season.
Don't go heirloom with things because I'm the black sheep.
Winter is always just so sad with the tomatoes and just like how pale they are. So like the second I saw tomatoes that didn't make me sad, I wanted to buy them.
Happy tomatoes.
Right, as soon as I saw these did make me happy, yes. They did make me happy, but I think more importantly, they didn't make me sad.
Didn't make you sad. Yeah, that's true. Not overzealous tomatoes.
And yes, you want to make sure your knife is sharp for this. Cutting tomatoes without a sharp knife.
Alternate the strawberries on this skewer.
Oh, putting a little.
You should have done it on the other. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh, yes. Hips and butts with candy.
Oh my gosh. I have been waiting all season for that. Not even summertime yet. It's not even like really tomato season yet. These are just the starter tomatoes.
I want 3 skewers of strawberries.
3 skewers of strawberries. So he is skewering up strawberries because we're making the grilled strawberry shortcake. And I am slicing up these heirloom tomatoes. Oh my gosh. I almost feel guilty slicing these up because of how pretty they are.
I know, right? Those are birds.
Like they make me happy, but they also are making me sad. It's so beautiful. I'm so mad I'm eating it.
Well, if they were happier tomatoes, then you'd probably be sadder.
You know
about
what?
slicing them, so.
Right, very true. But yes, going right into the colander. Over a bowl, we're going to salt this slightly and let that liquid come out, so that way we are not having a soggy thing.
Don't want a soggy thing.
We don't want soggy bruschetta. And yes, it is pronounced bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
Not bruschetta, bruschetta. And whenever people, I don't know, typically I know bruschetta is how you say it, but whenever people say bruschetta, it's like, okay, you either like work with food or you're a snob. Like,
or you're a snob who works with food.
It's me, hi. I'm the snob who cooks. I can be snobby about things, yes. Hello, Mama T's Cooking is in here. She is one of our FoodTok TV creators as well. She is on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central. Down Home Comfort is her show, so all of her food is just like comfort food. And she's one of our newer creators. Actually her first show was January 1st. But then she had to take some time off for surgery, but
Salted strawberry?
I can't finish the thought. But anyway, when she started her show with comfort food, it just had me thinking, it's like, why do we not have anyone that specializes in comfort food yet? Like, that is what everyone...
That's uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable with that. So very happy she's part of FoodTok. And y'all, if you're not following FoodTok TV, we do live cooking shows on the daily, Monday through Friday. We have multiple shows through the day. Saturday is Tailgate Day, which is our show. And you know what? We're on fairly long enough to where it's 2 shows. Sometimes we even split it up and call it the halftime. You know, like if we're smoking something for a long period of time. And then we have our Sunday shows, which is alternating hosts, Kaz and Christine. And that is the longest running live cooking show on this app. So, We have that. We are the OGs of the live cooking channel. And y'all, you need to follow us because next week we're going to be cooking up some stuff. You're basically going to meet us in a whole new live way. I'm excited.
This is seriously hot.
Seriously.
My oil smoke off just a little bit.
Okay.
That tells you the grapeseed oil is smoking.
Oh man, did you oil those strawberries or
I
anything?
didn't oil the strawberries, but I oiled the grape.
Gotcha.
And that is what is so smoky.
Didn't oil the strawberries, but oiled the grape. All right.
Strawberries will not take very long to grill like this.
No, we don't even need the strawberries to be like cooked. We just want like that grill.
We just want some grill. We just want to grill.
We just want to
grill something.
Yeah. Don't tell us what we can put on fire. Oh yeah. We are getting so many compliments in our backyard today.
Oh, yeah. It's much nicer in the spring.
It is.
A little more desolate in the fall.
Desolate.
Alright, that's gonna be a test.
I don't even know if I've ever even heard him say that word. So like, I was like, huh, nice vocabulary. You ever get that?
Desolate.
Do you ever like hear your significant other say something that like they've just never said before and be like, I've been together 13 years, so. No, it was a year
Where did
after.
you learn that word?
Like, what kind of calendar you got? Who is she buying you vocab calendars?
Yeah. Is she an English teacher?
No, but it was like a year. We were married for a year at this point, so like we were together for 6 years, and then I heard him order something with pecans, but he does not say it like that. How do you say it?
Pecan.
Yeah, and we were together 6 years. I'm like, who did I marry? Who
Took
is
us
this guy?
6 years to eat pecans.
Pecans. He's from Georgia, so he's allowed that. He moved to Tennessee, I think about 20 years ago at this point.
Something like it.
Yeah.
It was 11.
11?
Oh, yeah.
No, we've been together 13 years, Ryan.
When I moved to Tennessee, I was 11.
Oh, okay.
Not when we got together.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, Nashville though.
Oh, Nashville? I was,
Because
I was 19 when I moved to Nashville. 19 or 20, something like that.
Oh, so yeah, you are hitting on your 20th year
Yeah.
of being in Nashville. And y'all, Nashville is just so busy with people, you know, we are getting a lot of transplants into Nashville. I'm actually born and raised Nashville, so that's actually pretty rare for this area. Like most people are often shocked when I tell them I'm from Nashville. And I often have the conversation of, oh wow, you're a unicorn. Yep, because so many people move here, but I like to joke that Ryan moved here 20 years ago. So I say that he moved here before it was cool.
Yeah, I was, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's cool. I should have double skewered these puppies, but that's it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Oh man, I can smell the strawberries.
Oh, look at those grill marks.
Oh, that's gonna be so good. And then we gotta grill the pound cake for that. Which,
yes.
This doesn't need to be hot off the grill in order to serve. I mean, if you're doing this ahead of time, if you're grilling ahead of time, you can always just grill it and then store it. And then come back later and just like microwave it a few seconds to get it warm. It's got the char flavor.
So I'm gonna go ahead and come off of the grill with these. I don't want to like mushy them.
Right. We picked a lot of stuff to grill today that doesn't take much time.
Yeah.
Like nothing takes a lot of time here to grill.
Got a super hot
So
grill
we have a
here.
lot of grill estate. Oh wow, the time it took you to grill those strawberries? I started before. But
Oh,
all of
nice.
them,
Oh, yeah, we have our.
all them heirloom tomatoes. Sorry if you missed the tomatoes, but I haven't even salted it yet. And we already get some liquid. So we're just gonna salt.
Our Becco del Gallo.
Yeah, okay,
Becco
that's
del
what I was
Gallo.
waiting for. So with the bruschetta.
That's what you were waiting for.
Yeah, well, I was gonna explain it, but you were inside and I didn't want to take that from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically with the bruschetta, we are gonna be slicing up this bread and we're gonna be toasting the crostinis. And over the top of it with this heirloom tomato, it's essentially, I was trying to describe it to him and the only way I could was Italian pico. And so pico de gallo in Spanish literally translates to beak of the rooster. Beak of the rooster. That's what it literally translates to. So if this is Italian pico, we had to look up what beak of the rooster would be, and so that's when we got becco de gallo. We practiced this so much last night. And it does not sound like we practiced this last night, but we absolutely did.
We are not Italians.
We are not, no.
So I'm just going on the grill with this pound cake?
I think we should slice it up like into slices so there's more grill mark per thing. Because I can cube it up after, but I feel like it would be easier if you did slices, get the grill marks on those slices, and then we can cut them into smaller pieces when we're serving the shortcake. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay. I don't know if he was just saying that or...
I don't know if this made sense or not.
Because you just did the, yeah? I think he thought the next explanation would come at a louder volume.
Like where at? Like there? Maybe?
I think at this point it's just whatever you think would be sturdier and better on the grill. I don't want it too thick. I think that's good.
That's good?
Yeah, because then I can cut that in half or in thirds.
Okay, so like those? Right?
Yeah,
like
yeah. Because he's chopping with the bread, he does have a little bit of a serrated knife here. That's the kind of knife to work with.
Yeah, we don't want to smush it. And if you don't use a serrated knife, you could risk smushing it. This has got some. This is so soft. I love this pound cake.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So we're gonna let these tomatoes release. Oh man, y'all. I don't know if you were here like 30 seconds ago, but that is a lot more liquid than 30 seconds ago. All right. So I think I'm actually gonna, should I move the plate onto here for my quick oil thing? Because all I'm doing is the oil first. Should I just move the plate on top of here or remove the cutting board in? Ryan. Okay. I'll wait for him to deal with fire. Concentrating on things that could burn me.
Pound cake. Taking this cake to Pound Town.
Italian. So what's in the Italian?
If you're a mother, you already know. I'm not telling you anything new.
So far with the Italian Gallo, the Becco de Gallo, it is Becco de Gallo. It's B-E-C-C-O, in case you were wondering. And then Del, D-E-L, and then Gallo, G-A-L-O. I'll type that in the comments section. And it's so weird because in Italian you actually pronounce the double L's, while in Spanish it's gallo. Gallo, it's hard with the mouth. But anyway, what's going to be going in here, I'm just letting us lose the liquid, but later I'm going to be adding a garlic olive oil along with some fresh basil, some salt and pepper, keeping it pretty simple, and then I have a balsamic glaze that's going to go over the top. Oh, Ryan, what I was asking, should I move this just on top of the cutting board, or should I move the cutting board and just push this forward?
Where are you going to need to cut? Nothing?
Well, I got to do the oil, and then I'm doing the oil, but I'm not doing the butter sauce till later.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably move it.
You know what? I actually don't need to move it. I see that it's fully in screen right there. It's fine.
See it. Okay.
It's fine. We'll be fine, y'all.
Be fine.
We'll be fine, y'all. And so I'm gonna start.
Right, so I'm gonna look at this bread real quick because I've never grilled pound cake before, and man,
never grilled pound cake before.
No, I never have.
No, we've never grilled pound cake before.
Okay, this gets,
oh wow, yeah, that toasted quick.
Content, it gets toasty quick.
That did toast quick. Ooh. But you know, even with some of these like very crispy bits, oh, that one is toasty.
So the back of the grill is definitely the hotter spot here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can scrape it up,
Yeah,
down
we'll be able to
toast.
like scrape some of the like toasty parts off, or even just like slice it off completely, because a bunch of these other pieces look great. And we're gonna get the grill flavor out of this. It's gonna taste like grill.
I'm gonna take it off before I
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, don't do. Yeah.
The sugar content here is what we're seeing.
Yes, so yes, the sugar content in the pound cake, because didn't the pound cake get its name from like pound of butter, pound of sugar?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah,
pounded
yeah.
everything together.
Yeah. So
It sounds like my grandmother's cooking.
So yes, y'all be
With a
careful
whole pound
because
of everything in it.
yeah, y'all be careful when grilling pound cake. It's also so weird with grills just because it's like it just
these were the two empty. I think it's just because I put them so far back on.
Oh, okay.
You know, like we can do a little bit of, you know, like you scrape your tea, you overdo your toast a little bit. You can get the butter knife out there.
Right.
We're going to be doing a little bit of that for sure. I'm going to close my grill up so that I can maintain my heat and I don't burn through my fire quickly, because we still have so many things to grill. I think we have the shrimp, so we want to have a nice hot grill for our shrimpies.
And then we are also grilling the bread for the bruschetta.
Oh yeah, we definitely need a hot grill for that too.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to slice the bread for the bruschetta or if you want me to do it.
Yeah,
what are you feeling?
I'll do it.
All right, all right.
I'm up for the challenge.
Oh, Marie says we work well together.
And we need to do we got to get our berry packet.
Cram Knives, good to see you. Thanks for popping in.
Got to get our berry packet going.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh yeah, you got to get the berry. Yes, we got to finish up.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm running.
Keep the lemons.
Running out of room.
Keep the lemons here. If that's all we're using for strawberries and we're not doing any more strawberries, take those inside.
Oh, yeah.
I got
That's nice.
Where did I put that red knife?
I have the yellow one here.
Okay, you got the yellow one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's on the table too, though, by the way.
Okay, cool.
I think I do know where it is. All right, so I would probably like to have this to chop that with. Let me go ahead and get the berries.
Yeah, let's get the berries popping.
And I'll just set our bread over here.
Word. So I am going to be marinating some tomatoes in the olive oil and basil, but I'm making a garlic olive oil real quick.
What is our goal?
Our goal?
For these berries, what are they supposed to be like a
So it's gonna
kind of cooked or like what?
They are gonna be cooked. We're looking for a sauce. Like we are basically using a foil packet to macerate berries.
Okay.
And
so we want some sugar in there, right?
Yes, we're gonna want some sugar in there. The sugar and the berries are gonna kind of give us that sauce that's gonna go super well. Now you could do this with just strawberries and just have like a cut up strawberries, some sugar. We're gonna eyeball it, but about equal parts weight-wise, maybe less. You know how much sugar you like. Everyone has a different tolerance for sugar, so he knows our sugar tolerance. But if you are just guessing, I would do maybe like 2 parts berries, 1 part sugar to start. So what I am working on here is with our bruschetta, because it is such a simple recipe with the tomatoes and basil and fairly simple recipe to put together. I am heating up some olive oil and I have some thinly sliced garlic pieces. And so I heated up my oil. It is olive oil, so we got to be careful about not wanting it to burn because it doesn't have as high of a smoke point as some vegetable oils. So we got our sliced pieces of garlic. I'm going to put these in here. Ooh, and we are going to see them fizzle.
Oh, and we also have our, oh yeah, you're going to do the roasted garlic.
Yeah, roasted garlic's going to be in the dressing. Awesome. And so this was a bit high. I'm going to completely turn this off because that was a bit too high.
A bit much.
Yeah, that was a bit too high.
I would let it just chill. I would let it just chill. Yeah,
you know what?
I don't want to burn that. You want to fish them out? Or you want to just...
Oh yeah, no, that was a bit hot.
So they're ready.
Yeah, so this is ready. I think I'm gonna get the spider.
There's not a literal spider in it. That spider.
Yes, and so if I would have had a lower temperature like I should have done, like what I did earlier, if I had a lower temperature, this would have taken like 3 to 4 minutes. I don't think it's like super burnt, but it's not. It's more than what I wanted.
Not what you wanted.
But
not what you wanted.
Went ahead and infused the flavor in here. I can always add this back in here to infuse. And so we're gonna wait for this to completely come to room temperature before we mix it in with our tomato. Oh man, I just added back in there and it's still hot, hot, hot. So I will put that oil right over there. But of course, with a little bit of TV magic, rather than us having to sit here for about 40 minutes waiting for that to chill, I've already made some. I just gotta find it. I know I brought it out here.
Are you sure?
Okay, I'm perplexed.
Yes.
I worked so hard for this TV magic.
I think you did bring it up.
All right.
I'm chopping up some strawberries for our berry compote. And some blackberries here for it too as well. You want me to go look for the garlic? Maybe I can see it?
Yeah, I had it in a jar. It was round. It was like this size, but it was round, and it was like that filled. Yeah, I had the TV magic, so I could go ahead and check in on our tomatoes and our liquid for that. We just salted them to get rid of some of the wateriness, since we are serving this on top of bread. Yeah. Oh, Ryan. Oh my gosh, y'all. Ryan. Y'all, I have my personal phone over here so I can read the comments and stuff, and the jar I was looking for is holding up my phone. I knew it. I knew it. I'm not crazy, y'all. Just a little lost. But yes, with the TV magic, I went ahead and already made some of this earlier. Now, as soon as this cools off, because of the garlic in here, you're going to want to refrigerate this. This is not a sitting down on the counter kind of oil. It is a refrigerate until use kind of oil. Oh, do you want me to grab the sugar? Do you want regular or brown sugar?
Ooh. I don't know. This is not my recipe.
Not my recipe.
Raspberries, blackberries, and some strawberries and some raspberries. We also grilled up some strawberries over here to be nice and pretty. Oh man, these are beautiful raspberries. And I love raspberries too.
I have this vanilla extract that like literally has just like a couple of drops left. I don't know why it's in our cabinet, but it's going in here. Even though that's like, I'm actually kind of mad at myself for putting this away and not in the trash kind of amount of vanilla.
Is that enough?
I think so, yeah. I think that will be really nice for our berry packet.
Oh, look. Blackberries.
Yeah, not very much vanilla extract.
Not very much.
Not very much. Not very much. So I'll try and open this a bit so y'all can see how much sugar I'm adding. I'm just eyeballing it here. I'm just essentially going to take the brown sugar and just kind of coat it. I'm not even going to bother mixing it or whatever. Not completely coat.
These might not make it to the fridge.
Ryan loves his fruit. Nobody take that out of context. Alright, so there we go. Just kind of eyeballed it. A couple of tablespoons worth. I'll have measurements when I post this recipe up on FoodTokTV.com. I will have the measurements for it on here. And you know, anytime I make something sweet like this, anytime I'm using a ton of sugar in a recipe, actually pretty much just about any time, pinch of salt. You're not going to taste the salt, but it's really going to help with the flavors of everything, kind of help offset the sweet. So how are you going to wrap that foil pouch? Because that's kind of your shtick now. I'm going to get a bowl for there.
Oh, and you got the sugar. Oh, wow. Yeah, brown sugar I think was the way to go here. I don't think I even had a plan for wrapping it. Going to.
And that's going to go with the grilled strawberry shortcake. Already grilled the strawberries, already grilled the shortcake. And that'll be the nice little topping. And since I don't want to dirty up another bowl, I'm just going to toss this somewhere. I'm going to toss this into the beautiful backyard.
Into the beautiful backyard. Into the yard.
Into the yard.
Into the yard with you.
Into the yard with you.
Let's see now if I had.
Though I'm sure that would have made like a really good marinade for something or something else.
500-degree grill, and I think it's a little bit hot for those.
Yeah, 500-degree grill. Yeah, we're gonna let that chill for a bit, but you can still chop it up, and then we can get a butter oil thing working.
Yeah, and I would love to get the shrimps on too. Like while it's like 500, it would be nice hot.
Right. So that's gonna be that oil packet. If you're just tuning in, today we are making some grilled shrimp scampi skewers. We're tailgating Mother's Day. Grilled shrimp scampi skewers. I'm working on a bruschetta with some heirloom tomatoes. We're doing a grilled strawberry shortcake, and we are also going to be doing a grilled romaine Caesar. I I say romaine Caesar like it's not standard, but because I'm so used to making so many other Caesars, like kale Caesars, cabbage Caesars, like cucumber Caesar was a great one.
We're gonna see
how the shortcake tastes. Because y'all, shortcake has a lot of sugar, so when it went on the grill, it burnt super quick.
Yeah, it was hot too. It was hot back then. It's hot now.
It's hotter now. This is really good. I don't think it tastes burnt. Like the sugar like really caramelized well. Like, yeah, I'm not even worried about trying to scrape off some of the burnt pieces. I'm not getting burnt. I'm getting grill. Especially since there's so much cake to back up the grill.
Ooh, I found an errant raspberry. So,
so we also got, you can go over here and then I can go over there and finish mine because I just need enough for this bowl. I don't need to.
Yeah, and I'm going to set the berries over here to the side.
Okay.
And then you can chill out over there.
How many are we cooking for? Oh, just us.
Just us.
Just us.
Just us.
This is what we do on Saturdays. We make way too much food that is, you know, where people always think we're cooking for a party, which makes sense because our cooking show is called The Tailgate. It makes sense that we would be having people, no, we never have friends come over. So if you're in the Nashville area.
You like that?
That? I don't know. What do you think?
That's the end of it, so.
So what he's doing here, we're making crostinis, and what he's doing is he's slicing it at a diagonal on the bias. And so what he's doing when he does this, rather than chopping it this way, is we are making our pieces of bread way bigger. We are giving us way more room for this beautiful bruschetta that we're putting on. So rather than having like the small pieces,
Oh yeah, there we go.
large pieces. So, and of course, depending on your angle, you can kind of just adjust. I probably wouldn't have angled it so much, but I was kind of into it. I'm kind of into this.
I can adjust.
Yeah, we can always adjust too. But I mean, I like the big angle.
I like
it. I wouldn't have done it, but I'm glad he did it.
That's what I had envisioned.
Right.
I'm using a steak knife here because it's way sharper than our serrated.
Okay, so what I made earlier when I fried the garlic in the oil, we let the oil cool completely because we don't want hot oil touching the tomatoes because this is gonna what stays fresh. The bread is what we're gonna be grilling. So I'm gonna add a tablespoon or two after we let it cool. So this is garlic oil. Let me taste the.
Take some of that.
Ooh, that is a pronounced garlic flavor.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Wunderbar.
So maybe like a tablespoon on here to start, because I didn't just remove all of the water from my tomatoes for a soggy bruschetta.
Didn't go and do all that.
Yeah, I did not go and do all that for soggy bruschetta. And plus, like the flavor of this, it is very garlicky. So you're getting that garlic. I am in love with that oil. And so when you're done with this too, you can just store it in your fridge and have a nice finishing oil. It works great in dressings, works great as a garnish for things. Love me some infused flavored oils.
Yes.
I have not checked the comments in a while.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Yeah. All right, so keep it pretty updated.
A lot of crostinis.
A lot of crostinis just for the two of us. But that's gonna be so good. Y'all, what are you making for Mother's Day? Because like I'm making this
And we
today.
also have our croutons that we need to make for the salad too. So
we do. I will.
While we're doing bread,
while we're grilling bread.
While we're grilling up some bread, and I have some of this.
Oh yeah, that's the
hot oil here.
Hot oil. Is it still pretty good even though like the garlic wasn't in there that long? Okay, cool. Because whenever I'm frying the garlic in the oil, I like to go for a lower temperature. You want to see the bubbles coming out of the garlic, but once there are no more bubbles coming out of it, that's when you know there's no more water and it's gonna burn. So you wanna pull it when it's like a tan color, not when it's like golden brown and delicious. You wanna pull it beforehand because it will continue to cook. So we chopped up the baguette for the bruschetta, but these were on sale for 70 cents. Oh, because that's had more time to sit. Yeah, that's had more time to sit with the garlic, so.
Yeah.
Depending on how far in advance, which this can be done, you know, a week ahead of time. But
I mean,
these were on sale
even if you don't
for 70 cents, and we are going to be making some grilled croutons for the. Which honestly, I'm kind of thinking we could just melt some butter and some oil, throw it in the bag. And, all right, you want to melt some butter in the microwave or something? Or what are you thinking for butter olive oil mixture? Because I got to get these tomatoes marinating.
Yeah, and we got to get something else on that grill.
Y'all, one thing I love about tailgating and appetizers is having a bunch of stuff that you can do ahead of time. And this is something that could have been done yesterday. It could have been done Thursday. We're doing it live for you on the show. But the longer it marinates, the more of the flavor it's gonna have. So I love it when I can prepare something, but have components of the dish that I can do days ahead of time. Love it. I'm getting some fresh basil. We got some starter plants that are gonna be going in our garden, so I'm excited about that. I almost went to buy basil before remembering I had it. But if you chop your garden parsley right, you will just never run out of basil. To chop the basil, I am just lining them up, piling it on high, not even gonna bother trying to be perfect here. And then I'm gonna roll to a nice little roll here, and then we're just gonna like chop finely over there. That's what's called the easiest way to chop basil, in my opinion. And then you get all these beautiful strings of the basil. Perfect. And just salt and pepper. Keeping it fairly simple. That garlic oil already added so much flavor. The tomatoes, being heirloom, already have so much flavor themselves. So we're keeping the recipe simple to make the ingredients shine.
Are we oiling this bread too?
Yes.
I think so. I think we just go olive oil with this.
Yes.
I don't think we need to do butter with this. I think butter and olive oil.
Because after these come off the grill, right after they're off the grill, we're going to take a peeled garlic clove and kind of rub over them too. So that the bread is also going to get the garlic flavor. Got my garlic clove all ready to rub, but we're gonna wait till after it's hot and grilled. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with us today on the tailgate. Right now we're working on the bruschetta and the grilled bread for that. We also have this grilled bread over here that we're gonna grill, and that's gonna go for our croutons. Right now our grill is really hot and bread grills quickly, so we're letting it cool.
We're not letting it cool, it's just getting hotter.
Oh, it's just getting hotter, oh no.
And yeah.
We're letting it cool and failing.
Where is the olive oil?
Oh.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Man, we had less than I thought we did.
Oh yeah, so I mean, I had just used a bunch for both of the garlic oils.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's probably why. So,
I gotcha.
Why don't we toss this in here? And you know, this could immediately go on a bruschetta. It's just gonna taste better as it marinates in here. And you know what I'm gonna do? Because I don't want a soggy bruschetta, right? I'm just gonna put it back in the strainer. Not making a mess. So as it sits, any of the liquid that hangs out, that way we just get more like chunky.
These are crostinis, not soppins.
Here we go. And so yes, you definitely could have done this yesterday. And I mean you, not you. I'm talking to the audience, not my husband.
Talking to the mirror.
Oh, whoa! Whoa!
Just trying to blame it on the audience. Okay, let's keep Taylor happy with me.
Once you're done with that area, once we're done with those, I'll let you grill the bread while I get the shrimp skewers working, because our scampi shrimp skewers have been marinating.
Here, I'll let you have this board back.
Okay.
Oh, and
we can.
Here.
remove some of the basil I didn't use.
Basil you didn't use.
I know, right? I feel like basil's pretty potent. There's often times where, you know, I don't use all the basil. Judgment call. It's got some melted butter and... Oh, yes. So I got to get the shrimp out of the fridge that I've been marinating. It's been marinating in olive oil, lemon juice, a bunch of garlic, and some parsley. Oh, the lemon juice was with this charred lemons because we were doing the charred lemon today. So we got to get those on the skewer.
Now I need something to put these on when they get done.
Curd.
I didn't know that we would be using all of our plates today, but apparently we are.
Is this large enough, or do I need like, oh, not large enough?
Not large enough. I need some more oil. Put olive oil on the list, on the shopping list.
All right, I think this should suffice.
Will you pour me some more oil in there? Just a little bit?
Where? Oh, in.
That's good.
You know, you can also use some of the garlic oil I just made.
I thought about it.
Yeah, but then I'm also
going
gonna...
simple here.
Yeah, we're going simple.
Yeah, I want the flavors.
And the garlic oil is already in there.
Yeah,
and
I
plus
want the flavors to belong to what they belong
And the
to.
traditional way to do this, whenever this is done grilling, that's when we're gonna rub the garlic clove on there. So.
Oh yeah. You got the garlic clove ready to go?
Yep, got it ready, locked and loaded.
Okay, and then
might need another one though.
And we have roasted garlic for the. So we want fresh garlic for this.
Fresh garlic for that, yes. And then we also have roasted garlic. And you know what? We have black garlic inside. That's not even touching our menu. We just have all of the garlics.
I saw that black garlic and I was like, man. But we used it a lot, like in the last deal.
Oh man,
so I'm gonna take this pound cake and
was it steak that we did the black garlic with? Was it a steak?
Oh man, no, the lamb.
The lamb. Man, it was for Easter and where we had done a leg of lamb and roasted it.
There's with butter. If you'll get me some teenies or some croutons, and I'll take that.
All right.
Here's a crouton there.
All right.
And I didn't add any oil to that, so.
Oh, these are going to be the croutons for
those are gonna be the croutons.
So I can add some garlic oil to this one, or is this going to be too garlicky?
Nice and hot. That is like 500 degrees. I think just butter and olive oil.
Okay. I'm just going to dump it in here and shake.
Dump it in here.
Yeah, we're already using too many dishes, y'all.
Here, use that.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just put it in there. There, blah, blah.
There we go. Just making it easier on everyone involved.
Any herbs to put in it?
Any herbs to put in here?
For a crouton? What kind of crouton would you like? What kind of crouton would you like?
What kind of crouton do you like? I don't know, but this is a great idea.
Yes.
Like, this actually was one of my better ideas.
We didn't have to waste.
So, I mean, if we're eating it right out of the bag anyway.
We didn't have to waste another bag.
Right, didn't have to waste another bag. Love that for us. Love that for us. Hey, what's for dinner? Hello, Susie. Right now, so he is working on the crostinis that we cut from a French baguette. That's going to be for our bruschetta. I have tomatoes that are marinating for that. We also have shrimp scampi skewers that we will be doing. And I'm about to start prepping for because they've just been marinated. Right now, he's working on that. We got the marinated tomatoes. And then here real quick, what I'm shaking these with oil and butter and also some parsley in there. It's going to be pretty. You know, if we're not being pretty, what are we doing for Mother's Day, right? And so these are going to be the grilled croutons for our grilled Caesar salad. At the beginning of our show, we grilled 2 romaine halves and Ryan had already chopped it in here. The lettuce is still nice and crisp and juicy. It's just the outer part of it is charred and wilted. So it's still going to give you that salad feel. I promise you, it's one of the best things you can do with romaine. So, we grilled that. We also grilled the lemons that we're going to use in our Caesar salad, and we're going to grill the bread for the croutons.
Yeah, and we're grilling. And right now we're grilling bread for crostini, so I think you already told me.
Yes, that was the first thing, so it's fair. I was talking a lot. It's fair that you forgot.
That's the thing she does.
Yeah, I do that. It's kind of why I'm usually like the voice for the tailgate. So many people are wanting to come over. Y'all, please, we have plenty of room.
And plenty of food.
Plenty of food. Oh, yes. And we are just cooking for ourselves. Like.
Well, we love cooking for you too, and if we were doing that, we'd definitely have more food.
Which, y'all.
We'll cook for you all day
next
long.
week, y'all. Next week, when we are not going to be in Nashville, we're going to be in Dallas with the rest of the FoodTok TV family. I'm so excited to meet everyone. But next week, we're still going to be live. We're still going to be live, maybe not at the same time. We got to figure out the itinerary. I'll let y'all know when we'll be on. But people on FoodTok TV who want to cook are going to get a chance to cook at this live meetup. Really excited for that. And what we're doing Scotch eggs.
Oh yeah.
And Scotch eggs are just such a classic recipe for us, and I'm so excited for everyone to be able to try it.
I think we might get to grill some.
Yeah, we'll be able to grill some and then fry the others. Yeah, smoke some, fry the others.
We're in Texas and we ain't smoking nothing.
Right.
Are we really in Texas?
I'll get another pan to
Here.
put these out. So yes, don't be making plans next Saturday, y'all, because that's going to be like the big FoodTok TV showdown. That's going to be the one time you're not going to want to miss FoodTok TV. Okay, some of these got more oiled than others. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Meh.
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 Yeah, a little more oily than the other.
Yeah, see? So I'm gonna get some spray oil to just make sure we have some spray.
Salt and pepper.
I did not salt and pepper them yet.
I'll let you do it. And then we need to skewer up them shrimps while our grill is still nice and hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna spray some oil real quick over the top of these to make sure they're covered.
Yes. Pretty pristine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not heating up as quickly as the pound cake that we grilled,
No,
is it?
no. There's no sugar content that I'm aware.
Well, I mean, there might be some sugar content.
There might be some sugar content. I don't know, but nothing like those pound cakes.
Man, this is the most bread this man has grilled ever. Oh, Ryan, someone's asking for the recipe for that snap pea salad.
Oh.
We never wrote that.
We did not, and
That's his recipe?
I need to make another one anyways.
Yeah, we need to make another one anyways, but you got it.
I need another one before those are out of season.
So Ryan's to-do list today, trim a tree that's, our neighbor is rightfully bothered by, and then...
Just encroaching on his land.
It's inappropriate, yeah, no.
It's inappropriate.
Yeah, no, we're the bad neighbors here.
Yeah, I need to
so
do some,
he's got to fix that.
do some manscaping.
And then he's got to do that snap pea salad, which, y'all, if you are unfamiliar with the Tailgate, if you've never seen one of our shows before, there's always a salad.
My bush is offending the neighbors.
But there is always a salad out on the Tailgate. And so,
There's always
a salad. And
And today it is green.
Yeah, today it's a grilled salad. We have so many recipes on FoodTok TV.
Like the food you see out here is like just whatever just come off recently because we don't have enough room to store it out here. And look at those.
And I went ahead and
Crostinis.
screenshotted your username too, so that way whenever we do publish the snap pea salad, I can at you, I can tag you. Crostinis.
And I'll need another. Oh, you got one. Ah.
Yeah, booyah.
Booyah, boo.
Yeah. And so we are running really slow today, but it's the Tailgate.
Yeah, but we're doing a lot.
We're doing a lot.
I don't know if that. You know what? We've run really slow. But if you're going for a marathon, you should be running slow. You
Right?
don't wear yourself out like in the first heat.
Right.
I guess, or whatever you do.
So let's get the shrimp scampi skewer started, and I put a ton of garlic in here. So there's garlic, there is olive oil, there's lemon juice. There's a lot more olive oil than lemon juice. If this would have just been mostly lemon juice, the shrimp would have denatured. That's what a sharp acid will do to shrimp. So it has to be mostly olive oil with some lemon in there.
So much bread.
So there's the olive oil, the lemon juice, which by the way, we had charred our lemon first, so we get that charred lemon marinade in there. Salt, pepper, a little bit of mustard because mustard queen, duh. Garlic, parsley. Yeah, and these recipes will be posted today because all we got planned for after this is we have to remove that bush. He's got to write that recipe. I got to write these recipes. We got a game plan, y'all.
I'm just trying to work quicker over here.
So many people are like, I'm coming over, or you should come over to, you know, where I'm at.
We'll do it.
All right. So, y'all, if you remember earlier, when it was pretty much the first thing I did when we started this live a little over an hour ago, and before we marinated it, I had removed the. I only have inappropriate names for what the poop line. I don't know. I know there's a technical name, but I always call it by the inappropriate names. But I had sliced it in half when I did that, so that way we got a bunch of the marinade in there. But it's not going to puff up as much as it typically would when you're butterflying shrimp because of the way we're going to skewer these. So I'm kind of going over towards the end over here. Oh man, this might actually be difficult to skewer with the butterfly. Ah, okay. Because I did butterfly them. This might actually have been a mistake.
You're my butterfly skewer, baby.
You're my butterfly skewer, baby. Well, I'm rethinking how I'm doing this. Because I had a plan in mind.
And I am Mr. Breadman over here.
Okay. Figured it out. It's just a little bit difficult since I do have that, you know, big old flap that I just made. But I'm just hitting them both places. So that way they're securely on here.
You want to watch me get it? Like, just give me some bread to grill.
Yeah, seriously. We gotta grill bread more often. That's awesome.
Obviously, the back of my grill back here is the hot spot.
Have you ever
Paying attention to that.
did you ever go to Carrabba's at all? Like, were you ever a Carrabba's person?
No, I never like really have a convenient Carrabba's.
Yeah, but
in my vicinity.
it's this restaurant did that, but then like a couple other restaurants do this as well, where like for the appetizers, for their starter bread, they have that like flavored oil. You know what I mean? Like the herby oil that's on the plate, and you just like scrape it up. I almost made one of those as well because grilled bread.
Oh yes.
Grilled bread. That's another great, and
bread.
plus that's an easy appetizer to start up. There's so many recipes online where you're able to do this, where it's a bunch of stuff that you may already have in your cabinets, like dried rosemary, dried oregano, red pepper flakes, salt, pepper. And that's a quick thing to throw together with some grilled bread. So what I'm doing here, I already have it skewered, but now I am going the other way with the skewer. So that way, whenever we flip it, we have a lot more handle of it, because when we only had one skewer, it would just kind of like act like it was laid on a pole.
Yeah, just flop around, kind of like those strawberries there.
So we're trying to do that to stabilize. Yes, okay, yeah, that's a great example because the strawberries he just grilled, you know, okay, the strawberries aren't as slippery as the shrimp, but y'all get what I mean? That's why we're doing the two skewer.
They tightened up a little bit too.
Okay, gotcha.
I need like some longer tongs because I didn't realize that, you know.
Oh man.
How hot a grill can get until you're like just flipping bread all day.
Yeah, typically he's not standing at the grill so long. We're not like the burgers and dogs kind of people.
Yeah, no.
That girl's cooking fast, but he's flipping faster. Or the grill's cooking fast. He was not complimenting my fast cooking abilities. I'm like, whoa. No, no, no. But yes, Ryan is a flipping machine right now.
I'm flipping going nuts.
The elementary tract. Thank you. Thank you. Someone, I don't know if they knew this or if they Googled it for me, but thank you. The appropriate term for it was the elementary tract.
Elementary tract?
Alimentary.
Elementary.
Alimentary.
What is that?
The poop vein.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds way more pleasant when you're removing the elementary tract.
The elementary tract.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I don't typically, that's why I needed something else to call it on a cooking show, right?
Right, yeah, there we go. I can dig that, man.
I think like you're not allowed to say poop a certain amount of times when you're on a cooking show.
On a cooking show.
I think I've already like, you know, messed that up.
Yeah, you're already past.
I'm already past the appropriate. Okay, I think I might be desecrating the shrimp, but we'll see. It's fine.
I mean,
it's in the shell still. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna get grilled.
It's got a shell shock.
Yeah, little shell shock here. Oh yes. Man, I have such a smart audience, y'all. There are sometimes like
we have a very smart audience.
And like, you know, oftentimes there are people that will come into our lives and be like, you're doing it wrong, but we know what we're doing for a reason. But then there are times that people will be like, hey, it might be easier if you do it this way. And then it's a game changer. And I don't even know who to credit. So yes, even if you don't learn something from our lives, you'll learn something from the comments section. So if you're not following FoodTokTV, you should totally be doing that. Because we do live cooking shows on the daily. Ryan and I are on Saturdays. Next Saturday is going to be way different with the live event. We're going to be in Texas with all the other FoodTokTV people. They're going to want to join us.
Gonna want to do it.
Gonna want to do it.
Gonna want to be it.
So Ryan, I think I'm actually one skewer short. Unless...
One skewer short.
Unless you just want to like do the one skewer for one of the shrimp. Oh wait.
Yeah, there wasn't even another one. Oh, no.
Well, no.
Oh, I got.
That, yeah.
I'm with you, girl.
Yeah, you got me.
I do. I love these long skewers. We got these to make tandoori chicken down inside of this bad boy.
Yeah, like that where we didn't have the grate on there, and we just like stuck the skewers in directly into the coals. On there.
A little potato on the end to stop it from sliding down in the grill, and we're gonna definitely have to do that.
Oh yeah, so we still have that berry packet we need to cook too, but yes. I'm about to have these shrimp skewers.
I want to do the shrimpies first.
Okay.
And then while these are cooling down and you're finishing up with those shrimpies, I'm gonna go ahead and close this so we can build up a little bit more heat here for our shrimps, because I want those to go on nice and hot.
Okay. Y'all are making me want to do a deep dive into the shrimp tract. This is typically a lot easier for me to skewer when I don't have them completely butterflied like this, so we'll see how they turn out presentation wise. But I like the fact that they're all open because they got so much access. So yeah, that's why we do the second skewer, because otherwise this is impossible to flip. Very hard to flip. Yeah, that would be very difficult to grill. So that's why we go in with the second skewer the other way.
I found a thing.
Oh man, yeah, that shrimp I snapped. It's okay, it's fine. We got plenty of shrimp. One of these shrimp. Some of these shrimp will be pretty enough to photograph, I promise. But
they will all be pretty.
Yeah, this is my first time skewering the shrimp that I butterfly like this. So, you know what? We all have to learn new things sometimes.
There's a first time for everything. First time for everything. Grilling that much bread. My first time grilling pound cake for sure.
Yeah.
I'll show you how that turned out.
Yeah. Okay. See, when we have the second skewer here, it's going to be way easier for us to flip.
Our pound cake right there.
I'm going to wash my shrimpy hands.
Pound cake does not take long to grill.
But our shrimp scampi skewers are skewered. And then I got to work on the butter for it as well, but I don't want to do that until last thing.
I'm going to, before you wash your hands, I'm going to let you put these on the grill.
Oh, yeah, because I got the...
You got shrimp in here.
Oh, where did we get these?
I got those from Academy Sports.
Academy Sports and Grill.
I got the grill from Academy Sports.
Okay. Yeah.
They have great grill. They have a great grilling section back there.
Which
so
is not something I would think of.
Grilling is a sport.
Grilling is a sport at Academy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, they have all kinds of awesome stuff.
So how do you want me to lay it?
You can just like start over there, just so we can get them all on at the same time.
Oh,
that's okay. Get in where you fit in.
Get in where you fit in.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to push these down closer together so we get more grill space.
Yeah, these are the best skewers I've ever gotten.
Yeah, those skewers are amazing.
They're really
but still,
awesome.
the double skewer is the way to go.
Yeah, double skewer those shrimps. Especially if you're dealing with a really hot grill like we are today, because...
Real quick, before I clean this, look how beautiful this marinade was.
Oh, and you got to make the sauce for that too, right?
Yeah, I do, but I'm going to be doing a beurre blanc kind of sauce, and it works better when it stays hot, so I want to do that last thing.
That's going to be the last thing. Okay, so yeah, then we got dressing for our salad.
Yep.
Awesome. Wifey knows what's up. We have our beautiful crouton. We have croutons and we have crostinis. Our crostinis, if you're just with us, we brushed with olive oil. That was it. Croutons got melted butter and olive oil and some, I don't know, whatever else you put in there. Probably some salt and pepper too. Some herb, some zerbs. They got some parsley, I think, on them. I don't know if they got any other herb action, but yeah, it'd be very nice croutons for our salad, our grilled salad. We have a grilled Caesar that we're gonna do, and I might add some of our grilled onion to our grilled Caesar because you can have an add-on with this.
Yeah, I mean, no one's telling, just because Caesar is traditionally the romaine, parm, Caesar dressing, and croutons doesn't mean you can't add more to it. Like, I would always add tomatoes to my Caesar salads whenever I would order Caesar salads out. So let's get started on the Caesar dressing. I'm not using yolks and making it from scratch. I am doing the mayo shortcut here, which sometimes we all need shortcuts, even if we're taking our time with things. So, oh yeah. So, oftentimes I'll just grate a clove of garlic. I'll grate the garlic in there, but he roasted this on the grill, so I will be smashing that.
Oh man, those just flip so nicely. So I don't even have to really. I'm gonna jinx myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop this outside of here. Yeah. Because I mean, it takes so much to start up the grill. You may as well grill everything you have. So like grilling the garlic bulb, cutting the top off it, pouring some oil over it. Had an onion, just throw that on there.
Something about the whole time. Just about the whole time we've been here. But we don't want to go too much on these shrimpies. Here, another couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, you definitely do not want to pull the shrimp
those will be
too
ready.
late. If you overcook your shrimp, they will be tough. And you know, if you're impressing people with shrimp skewers, don't overcook them.
Yeah.
Oftentimes I'll do this poached, and I have the best technique for poaching shrimp. Pretty much my options for cooking shrimp are on the outdoor grill, or I'll poach it. I'll have to do that sometime soon.
These toward the back. You want to see them, and right now it's kind of difficult to see with our two skewer method here, but as we want them to to form a C or a U, kind of a C shape. Sorry.
So when
we don't want them to close in. It's harder to close. We want them to just curl up into like a little C shape, but we don't want them to close up into an O.
Right, but if it's at a U, it's undercooked. When it's a C, it's cooked. O, overcooked.
Overcooked. Yep.
Yeah.
So we want those to be like that. Oh man, those are beautiful.
Oh, you know what? We almost forgot to do the garlic clove on the bread.
Oh man, yeah. And while it was nice and hot, we did forget to do that. We didn't almost did that.
I'm just getting the garlic clove. Oh, people are trying to figure out what bird is singing in the background.
Oh man, I saw a visual representation of like all the bird sounds that I always hear out here, like all the different ones, and it showed them. It was like one of the coolest things I saw, like I've seen, because then you get to know what birds they are.
Yeah.
So I think these.
Yeah, in Tennessee we have all sorts of beautiful birds. Definitely a good bird watching state.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I think these are good. I'm gonna call them good.
I don't think we have anything left to grill.
Yes, berries.
Oh, the berry pack.
I'm gonna call them good.
I don't think we have anything left to grill.
Yes, berries.
Oh, the berry packet, yes.
Yep, the berries.
You are so right.
So,
And this one garlic clove was not enough for all these.
this is actually the little rack I think that came with this grill. We have the cast iron grate on this thing, which is why I'm really hesitant about putting, you know, the berries right down on this 500+ degree cast iron grate. I don't want to burn them, and I don't want to burn the sugars in there.
Yeah,
so
like
I'm gonna
burn
try to
just the
keep
bottom
them
up.
off of
Oh,
the
that's smart.
grill. And so I'm going to use this, and we're going to keep a good eye on it. We may have to pull it. We might have to kind of
We'll
go
keep an
off
eye
and
on it.
on. Well, I'm also going to close it though, and I'm going to shut my vents down just a little bit to choke off some of the airflow so we don't get too hot here. We're toward the end of our grilling escapade. I don't think we have anything else that's serious.
Nope, nothing else to grill.
Yes, oh yeah, you got your.
So, in order for us to complete our meal, there are some things that I need to do, and you can pick.
The ones that I have to do.
Well, you know, you can pick what you want to do. I need garlic and shallot for the butter sauce I'm making for the shrimp scampi.
Yes, you do.
Yes. And then the other option is to make the whipped cream, but I don't know if I've ever seen you make whipped cream.
I have done it, but I've not let you.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that, like, whenever whipped cream is being made, like, I'm just the one that does it, so it's just kind of, I know he knows how to make it, but as far as, like, have you done it? But yes, I'm sure you've done it, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I was the biggest advocate for the stand mixer. Remember that?
Well, I use the hand mixer for the.
Well, yeah. I know, but
Which of course you don't need an electric mixer.
Oh no, you don't.
You can whisk it by hand.
I've done it that way too.
Yeah, Kaz loves doing the whisking by hand whenever he makes the whipped cream.
I like the what was that? Oh, that was that.
Oh.
Fizzled out.
Oh, all right. So we rubbed the garlic clove on here, and then we'll set it aside. The tomatoes are still marinating for this bruschetta.
I'll do my meringue by hand.
Oh, okay. I thought you were introducing a new thing.
Yeah, let's just whip up some meringue. I'm just gonna whip it up real quick. Anytime you need like a forearm workout, yeah, just go ahead and whip you up some meringue or some whipped cream or make a béarnaise sauce. You need shallots?
Yes, I'm gonna need shallot and garlic for the scampi butter sauce that we're doing. So I'm kind of doing a beurre blanc sauce, because like one thing I love making is beurre monte sauce, and what it is, it's essentially a butter emulsion. So you make butter into a sauce without it being greasy, because butter is an emulsion in itself. There's a bunch of milk solids in there, there's water particles in there. So when you melt butter, you get that like heavy fatty part of it, but then the water part separates it. So whenever you melt butter, it can come across as greasy. A technique that the French use in order to make a creamy butter sauce without it breaking its emulsion, it's called a beurre monte, which means melted butter. Essentially, you know, you just heat up the butter a little bit and then add cold cubes of butter a little bit at a time. Because, you know, for an emulsion to work, the slower the better. This wasp is not my friend. Hello. So the slower the better. I mean, think about it. Like when you're meeting a new person, you know, you don't just go, hey, what's up? Here are all my deep, darkest secrets. You know, you get to know them a little by little. You make small talk, you know.
Yes.
So you got to throw the butter in a little bit at a time so it all emulses very well. Just like when you're making mayonnaise from scratch, you got to pour in the oil slowly. You got to give the you got to get them a chance to know each other.
How do you like your shallot?
I want it tiny.
Minced?
Yes, that's the term.
Tiny.
Whew, look at us professionals over here. So, okay. So we'll get to that butter sauce. That's my last thing because I would like to keep it warm to serve. However, because we are doing this, you can still store the rest of the butter sauce in the refrigerator and just treat it as you would butter. The beurre blanc sauce, that's going to be where instead of the water we're heating a bunch of, it's basically white butter, that's what it translates to. So we're going to be sauteing garlic and butter with the garlic, butter, and shallot in here, tons of garlic because we're making a shrimp scampi butter for the shrimp scampi skewers. And so then we'll be adding some wine in here, letting that reduce a bunch, and then that's when we're going to turn off the heat and add our butter. So I will go ahead and get this on medium low, go ahead and get our skillet up so that way whenever we're done with those shallots, it's a cool technique. I love it. So
Is this enough shallot?
I have the charred
enough?
lemon.
Is this going to be enough shallot?
Yes, that will be enough.
Awesome.
The garlic is where you're going to get tired.
Garlic is gonna
I almost threw
tire.
away one of these. The bee is checking the berries.
The bee is on the berries.
Yeah, or that's why the wasp was
The
up.
wasp.
Which we do have some bee friends around here.
Yes, we try to keep them.
Yes. So, those 2 cloves of roasted garlic, and then
Squirrels are freaking out. Squirrels are playing.
we do have a bunch of good squirrel neighbors. I think the pulp was clogging my thing here, so I wasn't even getting any juice.
Oh.
Plenty of
That
lemon
would be
juice.
pulp fat.
Oftentimes for a Caesar dressing, I'll just use the anchovy fillets, which definitely not a bad call. I love using the anchovy fillets. It took me some time to kind of get used to that flavor of them. It wasn't until we went to a restaurant that served anchovies as an appetizer and they tasted like butter. So it's kind of, you know, the quality of your anchovies.
It was just anchovies. It was amazing anchovies that were super special, and then they were put in this super special olive oil. I think with like some salt, like
Yeah,
some super special salt, and that was it. That
Yeah,
was
we spent $14 on like 4 little fillets of anchovy, and it was so good we ordered another. Like, but if you are not on that same level yet, which I completely understand, or even if you are on the same level but are looking for a thing of convenience, the anchovy paste. The anchovy paste, it's definitely a good starter for, you know, if you're not interested in dealing with the fillets. But the anchovy paste gives a lot of umami. It gives, you can add it to things that aren't just Caesar dressing. You can add it to like tomato sauces, or
Oh yeah.
I use it a bunch for like
Great.
other stuff. We typically just have it around just for the Caesar dressing.
It makes a great pasta sauce.
I need to keep my head out of the food.
Me?
I don't know. Whose head is in the food? I mean, we're eating it anyway.
Yeah. No, we're gonna be eating it anyways.
I've seen him do grosser stuff.
Yeah. My head's been. He says that way worse than that.
A little bit of mustard too, because a little bit of mustard is gonna round out
Yep.
everything. So, if you want to, ooh, I gotta get a pat of butter.
Pat of butter.
Pat of butter.
Pat of butter. Pat of butter, sir. We're working on our berry compote, which is over here in the foil. That's what you're seeing over here. I'm just kind of opening it up to let a little heat escape there. There's brown sugar in it. We don't want to burn that brown sugar.
So a little bit on medium-low heat because I am working with butter. I'm not looking to...
You need a shallot and...
plenty of garlic.
Shallots go in there now, or we wait for the butter?
You can throw them in there. The butter's gonna melt.
Butter's gonna...
Butter's gonna melt.
Butter's on the butter.
Butter's gonna butter. So I got the anchovy paste, the charred lemon juice, the roasted garlic, a little bit of mustard.
And then what do you need next?
Pretty much. Oh, for those, garlic.
Garlic.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because it is a scampi butter. And the thing gotta have the garlic. If you're serving something called shrimp scampi, you better have shrimp, butter, and garlic. I don't care what else you have. Well, yeah. And the scampi.
And we'd like for you to have a little wine and lemon juice.
So I think I'm going to start with a half cup of the mayo here. Last time I eyeballed this, I got it absolutely perfect the first time, so I'm trusting myself to do it again.
Is this all the garlic you need? I thought you said I was going to get worn out.
Well,
my mouth gets me in trouble. I just...
Yeah.
It's always been my problem.
But you did it to me too.
Yeah. Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
So I'm going to move this to even low just because I don't want my things burnt. You know, I saw a TikTok the other day of someone talking about like whenever you have such like an aesthetic cooking place, like where, you know, everything is just meant to be so pretty and you do all these like aesthetic choices and then you bring in the electric grinder and just ruin it. And I think about that every time. I'm like, yeah, that does kind of kill it a little. All right. And you know, this is an option. Not everyone, people are kind of torn on this as far as Caesar dressing goes, but as far as if you need to add the cheese to the dressing or if you add it just on top, what do you like, Ryan?
Huh?
What do you like?
Do what? What do I like? What? I wasn't listening.
Oh, for the Caesar dressing, if you'd prefer it with the cheese inside the dressing, kind of changes the texture of it.
It's either way.
People are
I
split.
like the cheese on. I like
Just
the cheese on top. I like the magic. I like both really. Like if you could just do both of it, that's like, yeah, I'm super stoked about that.
Okay, I mean we can do both. It's
Yeah,
just some people don't like the cheese directly in the dressing.
I like it in the dress. I don't have a problem with it.
Oh,
I'm not messing with it. When I do my Greek vinaigrette, I like to add feta to the dressing. So like I can dig it in the dressing, but I also gotta have some. Like I don't care if you put a whole wedge in the dressing. I gotta have some on top to see it. You know, it's a Caesar. You know, you need to see that you need to see that Parmesan snow on there. For me,
okay,
that's what I'm thinking.
We've been spending the whole show talking about like the charred lemons and how amazing that they make the flavor of things for these with the charred lemon. But I think for the Caesar dressing, we need the sharp.
You need some sharp.
You need something sharp. So that was
acidity
wrong.
there.
So, I'm glad we saved some of our fresh lemons. We almost were like, we won't need fresh lemons for everything. Let's just grill all the lemons. Almost messed that up for you guys. What up, Rick? How's it going? So, whenever you are making a salad, I will go ahead and just toss the Caesar salad. It's much easier to dress the bowl and then add the lettuce to here. This might be too much dressing for what I'm working with, so I think I'm going to take just like a little bit out.
Yeah, good call. So we don't want it soggy. And if you do, you want to make it soggy.
Yeah, I can add more to it.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, whenever we've gone to restaurants and ordered Caesar salads, it's always been like, we need extra on the side. You need extra on the side.
We need extra everything, people.
Right. We are very much so extra dressing people, but when you're pre-tossing a salad, you kind of want to keep it easy. Yeah. So we can always add more.
Okay.
Because that's going to go for an entire head of romaine lettuce that we have already grilled. So we're dressing the bowl. We do need a patio cover.
So we need a patio cover. That way we can do it out here in the rain. Also cook out here.
Ryan, you're gonna get us in trouble. There we go. That was an entire head of romaine lettuce. The romaine lettuce was chopped in half, rubbed with grapeseed oil. Did you salt and pepper it? Or did you salt it?
I didn't salt and pepper the lettuce, no.
Oh, okay, no. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I didn't want to, speak for you. And
yeah,
then
I meant to, but I didn't. I was planning on it, but I didn't do it. But that's okay, because there's plenty of flavor in that dressing.
So yes, this is a lot easier to coat everything when you dress the bowl first and then use some tongs to stir.
Is that still on?
I just moved it up to medium low. Or it's on low, so it's like cooking, but I didn't want it to burn before you were ready. I love these little deli containers for prep too. I'm so excited to have extra Caesar dressing.
Are you ready? Are you ready? That's what Now I need to check on this compote.
Oh yeah.
You ready?
Go ahead and put it in there, yeah. I'm gonna move the mayonnaise inside.
Compote. Oh my god, it smells so good. Oh
You
yes.
better show the audience and explain to them what it is.
Yeah.
Or is it still cooking?
It's still cooking. It smells amazing. I need to wash my garlic hand before I get any garlic in there.
Huh?
I said I'm just waiting on you so I can wash my garlic can.
Okay.
And then I'll let you show them when you come back.
I will leave it right there. Just move them. Sorry, just grabbing one more thing. Okay. I guess I'll make the whipped cream last. Oh, and I need a presentation. Salad. Okay, I'll finish up the salad. You're good. Alright. Just make sure that this is back on here. Oh, I didn't realize there were so many messages. Hello, hello, and Melissa Mert is in here. Can't wait to meet you next week, a week from today. Can't wait to meet you. Melissa Mert is another creator on FoodTokTV. She's on Mondays with her husband Mark, and they do The Spice is Right, Mondays at 6 p.m. Central. They are one of our more popular shows on here, and they are great. Love them. So just move this to medium low. We're gonna make sure everything's all nice and cooked up over there.
Oh, did you show them?
Oh, no, I didn't. I was,
Is there anything that needs to be added? Just a little longer.
maybe cook a little longer. I don't know. If you can, like, get little tongs. Okay. Here, I was gonna put this.
Yeah, I got little ones. I'll get one. Yeah, you can go.
Here, I'll show them what we're doing, what we're talking about. So it's like it's cooking down and it's getting all nice and saucy, but whenever I'm doing this, I want the berries to break down a bit more because I'm wanting to use this as a sauce. So I'm thinking that maybe just like a little bit more brown sugar. Don't worry, it's gonna melt. I don't like my food super sweet, so I was a little I'm a little hesitant to add more sugar to things, but it looks like this needed to be saucier. We're also gonna give this a nice little stir. I'll have better recipe amounts whenever we post this recipe up here later. But basically I want these to really break down. Would you get me another plate for the salad presentation? Oh yeah, and just stirring it is breaking up the berries pretty well. Oh man, this is gonna be such a delicious sauce that's gonna go on our grilled strawberry shortcake. You could have just done strawberries with brown sugar in here, but we had some blackberries and raspberries, so we decided to add those as well. We chose brown sugar. You can use white sugar. You can do this on your stovetop. It doesn't have to be in the grill. And so yeah, so that's where it's at. I think that can hang out a few more minutes, but if we were in a rush, you know, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll handle foil packaging that. All right, thank y'all so much for still being here with us.
Or did it?
Huh? Oh, did it bust?
I don't know if it busted or not.
Oh, I might have just unwrapped it weird.
Okay. There was some on the plate.
Okay.
I want to make sure we keep.
Oh yeah. No, that's just me being a wreck. And then where did you put the cheese, Ryan? Because with these grilled romaine Caesar salad, which like the parm.
It's in baggies right there by the ingredient basket.
Okay. Oh, I see. I see. So we had chopped the romaine parts in half. And so some of the lettuce does look a bit wilty because it was on the grill, so that does kind of wilt a bit. But inside of the lettuce wedge, it's still nice and crisp lettuce.
I'm gonna put another berry right here just in case it did get.
A berry barrier?
A berry barrier.
A berry barrier?
Just in case it got pierced a little bit. We want to keep, the whole idea is to have the juice. We don't want it to leak out on this stuff.
We got the juice.
Got the juice. So we have what, strawberries in there, we have some blackberries in there, we have raspberries in there.
Yeah, I had just like a teeny tiny little bit of vanilla extract that I put in there, just because it was like, why did I even put this away kind of amount. And brown, yeah, just fruit and brown sugar.
Oh yeah, and the vanilla extract, good call on that.
Plenty
So
of
I'm gonna definitely
parm
close this.
For this grilled Caesar.
Open it up a little bit more and we'll let.
Did not grill the cheese for this.
We'll let it go with the lid on for a little bit.
And then, should we break these in half, or should we just present them?
I think we should. Ooh, that's a good question. I think we should chop them. Let's chop one and see.
Okay.
See where it takes us.
Because we gotta also not think about like how it tastes, but how it like looks. Yes, these are just like the pre-sliced crostinis that we just put on the grill, tossed it with some oil and butter and parsley. Man, I barely.
More rustic than that.
This is on such a low
I think they're croutons, so they got to be chopped a little bit.
Okay. How many more croutons do you think?
Give me a few.
I think that should be fine. So good.
They're croutons.
Okay, so I'm gonna focus on the butter sauce for this since I have just had this on low. Basically, I had a knob of butter in here, and there's a shallot.
A knob of butter?
A knob of butter, yeah.
A knob of butter.
It's a phrase.
It sounds eloquent.
It's a phrase, and it's not an exact amount. So if people use too much or too little, you know, it's like, your knob was wrong.
Turn it up and crank it up and rip the knob off.
Oh, yes. But yes, in the salad dressing for the Caesar, we also used the grilled lemons in the Caesar dressing. So this is a grilled AF salad.
Yes, we have grilled croutons. Which I have never grilled croutons before, so this is fun.
Add just a little bit of our garlic oil to it, just to give it some oomph, something. I started it on low to be cautious, and I was too cautious. But, you know, sometimes with cooking, too cautious is not a bad thing. Especially when you have ADHD and you're prone to forget things.
Better than too reckless.
But y'all, is this not? I'm excited for this Caesar salad.
I'm coming back.
Oh, you're coming back with more?
Yeah.
More what?
Croutons.
Oh, more croutons. Oh, I was just... Okay. I'll let him do some work. It's gonna be such a good salad.
So I'm not usually even a big crouton guy unless it is Caesar. or unless they're, you know, homemade croutons.
Oh yeah.
I'm bougie with my croutons. But Caesar, like that's like one of the few ingredients in it.
And I've got to get a liquid measuring cup to where I can read the amounts, but it's okay. I know about where the amounts are. So I'm going for about half a cup. That's fine. So, glazing. Now, if you are not one to have wine,
Oh, that smells so good.
I did use a dry white wine. Now, if you are not, you know,
If you're not whiny,
if you're not whiny, alcohol free, you can use chicken stock, fish stock. You can use just water. You can not make this recipe at all. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But with scampi, wine is like part of the
so
flavor.
it's so
Like-
essential, I think.
White wine, garlic, butter, shrimp. That's basically what you got to do when there is a scampi involved. And so yes, these are the skewers from earlier in case you're just missing where they were marinated
That's the
before the shrimps or the scampi skewers. And so this is the sauce we're making. We're gonna let the wine reduce. Red. And Ryan's gonna clean up.
Apparently.
Yeah. Someone's got to do it around here. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons-ish of white wine vinegar.
And your Becco, don't forget about your Becco.
Yeah, it's marinating.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna lick this
Dang.
Caesar spoon.
The Caesar spoon. And you know, I want to keep one of the grilled lemons for garnish because I did an extra lemon for the garnish. But whenever you grill the lemons, it just makes such a pretty garnish, but also adds a lot of great roasty flavor. But it does take some of the acidity away from the lemon. Like it kind of brings out the sugars a bit more and makes it not so harsh. Kind of like when you roast garlic, it's not as harsh of a garlic flavor than when it's raw. Not throwing these, we can save these. My bad. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of fresh lemon too, just to. And so we're letting this reduce by itself, and we're gonna try and wait for this to reduce to the point to where it's pretty much a dry pan. That's what we're going for. I'm gonna let that cook some. No, I'm excited for that Caesar salad. And then we also got to set up the strawberry shortcake, which of course we grilled the strawberry shortcake as well. We have the strawberries on skewers. We also grilled some pound cake, and that berry compote that's in the grill right now is going to be the sauce that goes over the top.
Oh, the vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla that we threw up. Okay. Ah, yes. Clean up,
Probably
clean
that
up.
time of season to give the porch a nice pressure wash too. This is going to be that time of season almost every Saturday, apparently.
Yeah, right.
We are.
And now our neighbors are going to see us outside more and be like, hey,
Hey,
you know that thing you haven't been doing?
Yeah, and also, you know, what's going on with all this food over here?
Been watching FoodTok most of the day. Yeah, we are on hour 2. We're on hour 2.
Yeah.
But you know what? We didn't split it up. We're having a lot of fun.
We're having fun grilling with you, and I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, I've been hanging
really.
out with my husband. What have you been doing today, guys?
Yeah, I hope you're having fun, but you know, the main thing is that we're having fun. So we keep
excited.
coming back to do this.
I'm just excited for the salad. Ryan, I don't know if this is something you'd want to do, but I got to do the whipped cream as well. I don't know if you want to get me another extension cord for the hand mixer.
I have a.
Oh.
Yeah, I put the.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, he did it. Because typically the extension cord just has one of the.
Caesar. I'm taking
Yeah.
it inside.
Yeah. Take
There's
it inside.
so much food inside.
There's so much food inside. We'll bring it out for you guys to see. Don't worry. You're going to see us with food.
It doesn't look like we got a lot going on, but we really do.
Yeah, we do. We got things going on. Don't you worry. Shrimp Scampi Skewers. We still have the bruschetta.
And it's such a
The
nice
tomatoes
day.
are marinating.
It's such a nice day.
It is. I mean, it's marriage, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's such a nice day.
Hey, Ryan.
Nice day that that we can have the door open and all these smells can waft into the house.
Oh yeah, and we're not at the point to where if we leave the door open, we get a million mosquitoes inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we live really close to a river.
Not a mosquito-y day today.
Yeah, no.
We're right at like 325 on our grill, which is good. I don't worry about my sugars burning at 325 too much. Not, you know, up off the grill rack and in a quart pot.
So I'm going to turn off the heat since there's pretty much like no liquid in here.
And I'm going to slice these onions for, you know, we grilled them for whatever reason. Oh yeah, to go in the salad, but you know, we
can add them later. I would prefer.
We're going to add them to the salad later, not right away. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kick it. I'm just going to do something. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I ain't going to tell you. You'll see.
Okay. So now what we're doing, we have this very cold butter. This is a stick of butter cut into cubes. Very cold. I put it in the back of my fridge, which is the cold. You're really gonna stop hitting me when I'm trying to read.
That's why I'm doing it. You used to.
I mean, if you want to teach this course, that's fine.
You used to be a server.
Yeah. So the pan is still hot, but we removed it from the heat, and so we're just gonna be whisking the butter into it slowly. Butter itself is an emulsion with water particles and butter fat, so when you melt it, you know, it kind of separates. But when you introduce it slowly, when the heat is not super hot, perfect temperature here would be 180 to 190, but I'm not doing that. It was hot and then now it's not on a hot surface, carryover heat. But we're gonna be adding in these cubes of butter slowly. And that emulsification is actually gonna like be more, it's gonna melt and still be emulsified. That's what we're doing. And the example I had earlier, maybe I do need a little bit of lower heat. That cooled off way quick. But the example that I had earlier is, you know, when you meet someone for the first time, you're not just gonna be, hey, my name's Taylor, here are all my deepest, darkest secrets, you know? But you got to get to know them a little bit at a time. Got to make that small talk. Where are you from? What do you do? Kind of thing. So a little bit at a time before you get the whole caboodle. And that's how emulsifications work. You got to introduce it slowly. There we go. Yeah, still need that little bit of heat, so we're keeping it on low. But oftentimes whenever these sauces break, it's because their butter wasn't cold enough and the pan was too hot. So introducing the very cold butter into this kind of hot thing, it's gonna turn into a nice buttery sauce. And this is gonna be a bit tedious. I saved it last so that way we could have the nice warm butter sauce to go with everything. But I forgot, this is tedious work, but you know what? Sometimes with tedious work comes amazing results. Hello from Virginia. I've seen a few people from Virginia in here. Let's go. So yes, this is gonna be going with these Shrimp Scampi Skewers, so I feel like I need to have the shrimp in frame. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know what he's doing. He doesn't even have to tell me I know what he's doing.
Yeah, I made a
judgment call here. See, like, even though this pan was mostly dry, we're starting to like plump it up. Plump up the sauce, plump it up. Yeah, people are always surprised when I tell them that butter is an emulsion. People aren't always surprised. Most people don't care. But there's some people that are surprised by that fact. But you know what? Even milk itself is an emulsion with milk, fat, and water. Medium low, we're gonna... This butter is not wanting to melt. I'm being very cautious here because I'd rather go low and then bring up the heat than be too high and then just not make this work. I have made this before, or done this technique before, where I will make this to make buffalo sauce, because buffalo sauce is essentially like a pepper sauce and melted butter. That's basically what it is. Oftentimes when people make the recipe though, they just melt some butter and mix it with some Texas Pete, whatever. And it kind of leaves that greasy. So whenever I make it, I heat up my hot sauce that I'm using a little bit, and then I'll stir in the butter as it's cold, slowly. And man, that makes some of the best buffalo sauce.
Do you need a little pot anymore?
No, I don't. It just had the garlic oil. Okay. Ryan. Oh man, let's go. Learned a lot today. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I love it when y'all tune in and learn something from me. Oftentimes it's a bit too much learning, but I have a lot of tips and tricks up my sleeve.
And we love it when we're here and we learn from you.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. Slowly stirring in the butter. I like how I told him we were 2 hours into this live already, and he's like, hey, let me do something completely new. I do have like 1 or 2 more things, so I guess he can do that while I'm finishing up. I guess you're allowed to cook extra.
You can cook extra, yay!
Yay! Yes. Yeah, my heat was too low, that's why it wasn't doing anything earlier. But I'm cautious. Just slowly. Ah, see, even then, it's getting a little too high, so I'm moving back to medium-low. I love these kind of cool techniques because I typically make this as the Beer Monte, which is the mounted butter, and essentially it's just making a creamy butter sauce, but all you use is butter and water, where you heat up 3 tablespoons of water, remove it from heat, and then slowly add in the cubes like this, and it makes your melted butter like creamy rather than greasy. Love the technique. You gotta make sure the emulsion is emulsioned. Getting the butter nice and comfy in the pan so that way it doesn't just like fall apart. It gets combined with everything. Beating that garlic to death. I'm more of beating the butter to death.
To an unalive state.
To an unalive state. So he's not super big on social media, so like he was weirded out when I would say unalive. It's like, no, that's the internet slang.
Too much, because you got to watch your vinegar usage. And you have a mustard queen that you live with.
Right. I'm being slow, cautious, but I'm having fun. I know a lot of other people who would do this process a bit faster because they're so used to it. I've probably made, not this exact sauce, but I've done this technique maybe like 10, 15 times. But I'm always on the side of caution with this stuff because once you break it. Now, if this sauce does break, I can probably fix it by adding cold water. I've never had to do that before because I am so cautious. But if your sauce breaks, you can add a little bit of cold water. Some of that cold water will help everything jive together. Rhonda, I appreciate it. Aw, y'all are so sweet. We've had a lot of fun with this today with our tailgating. And so next Saturday, y'all are gonna see us in Dallas. We're not gonna be in this backyard next Saturday. So be sure you tune in Saturday. So it's not just gonna be us. It's gonna be pretty much the entire FoodTokTV crew. We will be having so much fun. Oh yeah, out of butter. Sweet. Nice and creamy buttery sauce. So do y'all have any plans for Mother's Day? Are you making her anything? You taking her out somewhere? Let me know. I'm still figuring out what I'm cooking. I'm not a mother myself, so I gotta do the celebrating for others. Ah, yes. So we're gonna let that just keep warm for a bit.
Oh, you did it with some garlics. Oh, yes.
Huh?
You did it with some garlics, yes. You weren't expecting to for anything with me?
Oh, no.
Good.
You gotta tell them what you're doing.
I'm gonna take these. I grilled this onion just because I had the grill going and there wasn't anything on it, you know. So I went ahead and just did that because I like grilled onion. Probably ate the whole thing anyway. So I didn't grill it like till it was like super soft. And now I've got some white wine vinegar that I heated up with peppercorns. I got some of my roasted garlic
Ryan.
here. Sorry, I was using the stove or the cooktop. Anyway, so I'm gonna pickle. I'm doing a quick pickle here. Man, I had way more vinegar than I needed.
Okay.
So now I still have a little bit more brine left. I was worried about not having enough. But yeah, I just did a little quick pickle here with my already grilled onions since we're going with the whole, we're grilling everything today. We have a grilled salad, and I think these will be delectable on our grilled salad.
Oh, is the berry compote done?
It's a very good question.
Yeah.
Let me compote myself enough to check it. Oh, it smells good. I can tell you. Oh yeah, that's a compote today.
You gotta show.
If that was a gangster, it would be Al Compote.
Oh yeah, no, that's beautiful. You gotta show the audience that.
Yes. Let me get my compote. Let me compote myself.
Let me compote myself. So, what we're finishing up with, that has been on the grill. We are doing a grilled strawberry shortcake here to serve after our shrimp scampi skewers. And what he did there, we could have done just strawberries, but strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries did some brown sugar all over the top. You want it pretty close to even. So now we have that like nice little sauce on there.
Yes,
I did add a little
nice
bit
little
of
berry compote, which will be very, very good. And I'm gonna. There's not a lot of flying bugs out here today, which
not
is
a lot
good,
of flying bugs.
But I'm gonna close it up because the flying bugs would probably absolutely love that opportunity. And not a lot of flies or mosquitoes out here today. Just one lonely little wasp. Big wasp.
Yeah, that wasp
Big
that
red-
was in my face.
big red
So we
wasp.
got to figure out what to do for the rest of the season because, you know, the bugs are fine now, but it's not going to stay fine.
Not gonna stay by.
Yes. So that butter is going to continue to cook. Those
Oh,
pickled
okay.
grilled
So
onions.
You want me to do
just
this?
because.
Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
no. I was just moving it out of my way
Oh.
because I got to make the grilled.
Do you want?
Or
me
do you
to?
want to pile this while I make the whipped cream real quick to
Yeah.
serve?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what am I doing? I'm just.
I feel like it should be layers. Like I already cut some of them, and then some strawberries. I don't know if you want to cut up the strawberries a little bit more to make it easier to eat.
No.
And I don't know if you want to like spoon some of the sauce in there as you layer, or if you just want to do it on top.
No, I got you.
Whatever your call is. I'll make a
I like it.
quick whipped cream, which you can whisk this by hand. I am not a hand whisker. Anyone who does is a show off. Kaz.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Kaz is in here, but every time he makes whipped cream, he does it by hand. But he really just does it to show that you can do
You
it.
can do it, right?
Yes, but I don't have the
right
patience.
mind wants to do that.
I
Like,
don't have the
He had to do
patience.
that in school, like
Yeah.
for so long. I couldn't imagine like me just like wanting to come home and do like algebra,
Yeah.
you know. But Kaz he's a
Yeah, he actually went to
he's
professional school.
He's a different animal, man. He's
I have some. To make this, basically what whipped cream is cream that is whipped. I know, shocker. Wow, amazing.
Wow.
Wow, I know.
I'm learning something every day.
Absolutely revolutionary, I know. So, adding some cream. So we are going to be using the hand mixer to stiff it into peaks. But when you don't sweeten it, then it's just whipped cream. It's not very, it doesn't taste like a dessert topping. So I'm going to be adding some powdered sugar to it. I use powdered sugar rather than the regular granular sugar, so that way we keep that same like creamy texture. Because you know the sugar won't dissolve in something that's cold. Oftentimes too, I'll keep my bowl in the freezer until we're ready to go, just to keep everything cool, and that will help form peaks. But basically now I'm just gonna whip it good. You can also add a splash of vanilla extract to this as well, or whatever flavorings you got. I could even throw in some of that berry sauce into here to make that flavor in here. So we're not wanting to over churn this, we just want it to be until it's peaks, because if we're gonna churn past the point to where it stiff peaks, if we churn past that point, that's when we're making butter. And that's when you're gonna have sweet butter and then sweet buttermilk that you're not gonna be able to work with. Okay, so other than butter, it was shallots, wine, it was shallots and garlic, and I do need to add some heavy cream to this sauce. A ton, it was like 1 large shallot, a bunch of garlic. You probably did like a good amount of garlic in there. The butter, some lemon. It was 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, and a ½ cup of white wine. And so I'm gonna add a splash of the heavy whipping cream just to like, you know, bring all of that together. My sauce did break a little bit because I'm doing other stuff. And I think I was being too cautious.
Yes.
I think there is a danger in being overcautious with this stuff.
Yeah.
But what he's doing now is setting up our grilled strawberry shortcake. I don't know if I said this, but I did add a little salt to this too, because whenever I'm adding a bunch of sugar to something, you gotta have that little bit of salt to offset it. So we had grilled some strawberries on skewers that he's layering in with the pound cake that we grilled. And yes, it got very toasty because our grill was really hot, but then also pound cake has a pound of sugar in it.
Literally.
Yeah, that's literally, or pound of butter, pound of sugar, you know, so that burned on the grill a lot more quickly. And so, but we took a bite, it doesn't taste burnt, it tastes very grilled, but the sugar's in that, like, very much so crisp that up. So he's layering this in the martini cup with the grilled strawberries.
Wow, grilled strawberries.
Grilled, oh, I gotta try a grilled strawberry.
Yes, you do. That is so good.
Why have we not been doing this?
Why haven't we been grilling strawberries?
It's the first time we grilled strawberries, because, you know.
Because why would you? I mean,
we were just like, yeah, we're on the grill. Like, oh, thank you for the heartbeat. Oh yeah, whipping that cream. Y'all, could you imagine doing this by hand? I have literally never done this by hand. One of these days I'm gonna do it, just to do it. One of these days I'm gonna do it. But I'm also sure that the day I decide to do it, it's gonna be on live and I'm gonna fail miserably. Oh yeah, see, it's firming up. It'll firm up a lot better if your bowl is cold. This would have been a great thing to store in the freezer, but we did not.
It's a spider.
So, not stiff peaks yet. They're still kind of soft peaks. That's how you get like the goopy whipped cream. You know, that looks like the French crema. Whatever, it's fine. It works. But we're looking for like the stiff peaks. And Ryan, I'm pretty sure after we are done setting that up, you're gonna have to photograph it.
Oh yeah, I am very good.
Yeah, like as soon as you're done. Like, I want you to photograph it before we even show our audience. So that way, like, okay, here we go. It's a bit more firm. When you peak it, it stays in peaks, but it's not overchurned to the point of butter. So all this was heavy whipping cream and powdered sugar and a pinch of salt, a little bit of salt. Wow, you are really making sure that gets a good photo. So.
That's what you told me to do.
I did. I did.
You know.
He's not lying. I did tell him to. So here's a spoon for that. He's gonna And this recipe is going to go up on FoodTokTV.com. If you go to FoodTokTV.com, all of our recipes that we do on our live shows that FoodTok TV does every single day is going to be on there. This will be up later today. So be sure you are following us so you get that recipe. And then you'll get to see the beautiful picture he's about to take. My sauce did break because I got distracted and because typically when I showcase that sauce, that's the only thing I'm working on.
Right.
And it's not me leaning over here, but it's okay. I'm gonna get a little bit of cold water and I'm gonna try and fix it. We'll be fine. And if not, it's still gonna be melted butter.
It's gonna be great. That compote is wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? I'm so happy about that.
So I think that's like a grilled berry shortcake.
So good.
I'm gonna add a few knobs of butter in here to try and get everything to be cohesive. If not, we're not worried about it.
And the whipped cream is ready for me?
Yes, whipped cream's ready for you. I put a spoon right there for you to spoon over the top. However you would like. Is that good, or do you want me to firm? Well, I mean, I hope it's good because I threw
Threw the beaters in there?
Yeah, threw the beaters in with the
It's
dirty.
gonna have to be good.
All right. Oh, that looks beautiful. Y'all. That is so decadent.
This is very decadent. It's super sweet and super berry.
Here, Rhonda says she tried to make the whipped cream by hand once before, and then it was like, nope. Y'all, can you make whipped cream by hand? I'm thinking I could, but why would I?
Yeah.
Show off. All right.
Yeah.
So. It's okay. I actually don't really make beurre blanc sauces very much, but I was like gonna do a modified beer Monte. That. But I decided, no, I'll try a beurre blanc. It's okay. It's still gonna be buttery and delicious. A little bit of cream just to, may have been a bit much, but it's okay.
I don't know if I messed it up or if I made it better here, but.
That's what I said.
But this is what it's gonna be. One way or the other. Using all of the ingredients in this one cup. That's okay. On the side.
Oh yes. Oh, that looks so pretty.
Well, I gotta stay here for a second.
I changed my mind. I'm not gonna waste my time fixing a sauce when it would be quicker for me to do the new one. So after photographing that, we just got to do the bruschetta and we're done.
Just got a bruschetta photo.
Yeah, bruschetta photo. I think part of it too is that I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. So, 3 tablespoons of cold water. I'll fix that other sauce later. I think all I need to do is to like just pull some magic to, you know, get it to emulsify a bit better, but this is the easier way.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it. Take that photo. Take that photo. So, 3 tablespoons of water. That I keep dropping this garlic into. At a certain point, that's enough garlic. But it's a scampi butter. That's the whole point, is it's a scampi butter.
Yeah.
So.
Be scampi, don't be skimpy.
Be scampi, not skimpy. There we go. We'll add a splash of wine just to bring it that winey flavor. Because shrimp scampi, gotta have the wine. So now I'm gonna turn this off. Because it was simmering, it was bubbling. And now it's not bubbling. The perfect temp for this will be between 180 and 190. I might want to, oh man.
My fingers are soaking.
It's like right at 179, so I just want to heat it for just a second. Clear. Now we are going to be doing this the right way. With a whisk I don't have. There we go. I like how I'm treating this butter sauce like it's the biggest emergency. It is an emergency. So, water with a little splash of wine and some garlic was just heated up in here. And then we turned off the heat. You want the water to be somewhere between 170 and 180 degrees Fahrenheit. See, there we go. That's what I was going for. I think with the other sauce I was making, I was just playing with the shallots a bit too much. Yes, cold butter into knobs. And so if I was making a buffalo sauce rather than the water and the wine, I would be using a cayenne-based hot sauce, heat it up to that temperature, and then add my butter to it. That way you don't have that greasiness from melted butter. Which, you know, I'd never realized was a problem with melted butter, was greasy. Like, I never realized that would be like...
Really?
Or, I mean, like, I knew the feeling of greasy, but it wasn't a problem until I learned to make the sauce. I'm like, whoa, why? So we're just basically melting the butter into the water, so it's a cohesive, creamy sauce. And honestly, we're working on an induction stovetop right now, which works really well with the magnet. Like, it connects through magnetism, so your pans have to be magnetic in order for it to work. However, with the induction stovetop, it kind of starts and it stops immediately. So oftentimes when I make this sauce, I'm on the stovetop to where you're, you know, relying on that residual heat. I don't really get residual heat from there. So that's kind of why, you know, I'm kind of playing on and off with it. But I do have a video on my page. I'm known as the Mustard Queen. You can find me on all channels at Ketchup is Garbage. And I do have a buffalo sauce recipe video where I do this. So wait, who looks like Love Quinn off you? Okay, I haven't seen that before, but I'm gonna have to look that up now. It's always fun when I get a doppelganger. So, do y'all know which doppelganger I get more than anything? I'm gonna let the audience guess, so don't say it. But what doppelganger do you guys think I get? And you know what? The older crowd is gonna know this more than, the younger crowd's not gonna know this. I literally never heard of this person until I started waiting tables, and like everyone would tell me I looked just like her. It's like, okay. And I'm sure y'all may have some doppelgangers as well. Oh yeah. See, this is what I was going for. The big, creamy, like the butter is going in with the water. That beurre blanc sauce will not be the recipe on there, but this butter sauce. Well, man, he is like really photographing it. Am I in your way?
I don't know. Maybe. Am I in yours?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, there we go.
Oh man, now you can show the audience how beautiful it is. I mean, if you didn't already.
So yes,
I did tell you
dessert
it was.
is served first.
Yeah, well, the salad was served.
Oh yeah, the salad.
Yeah, we
was
have the
served,
salad
but we didn't
served.
Picture it, though.
Yeah, we didn't picture it.
Not picture salad, but we do have this.
Grilled strawberry shortcake.
Grilled strawberry
Yeah,
shortcake
we got some pound cake.
with a berry compote.
Yes. With the compote, it was just a it was just a foil packet where we threw in some mixed berries and about equal parts of brown sugar. I did a little bit of vanilla extract just because I had it. And then a little splash of salt. You want a little bit of salt with your sweets. I even put a little dash of salt in with the whipped cream. You don't taste the salt, but it just kind of offsets everything. All right, Ryan, next up, if you want to either photograph the Caesar or if you want to top the bruschetta.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know which one you want to do first.
I don't either. I'll photograph the Caesar since it's already done.
Yeah, since the Caesar's already done. And then we can talk about the Caesar salad some more. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for with the creamy butter sauce. Oh, yes. Love this technique. I did grate some garlic in here already. And then after I get this piece of butter in here, we're gonna let this keep nice and warm. There's some garlic in here, and then we're also gonna add just a little bit of parsley because parsley's pretty. I swear I use parsley more often for prettiness than I do for the flavor.
What does an ancient Roman do for Mother's Day?
What?
He's Caesar.
Wah wah. So. He's Caesar. You know what? I actually had.
We should have made an orange Julius too.
Oh man. But no, I've actually been told that joke before.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure.
I used to work in a restaurant that sold Caesar salads.
I used to eat Laffy Taffy.
I used to eat Laffy Taffies. All right, we'll finish it off with the chopped parsley for pretty. Ah, yes, that's the scampi butter I was wanting. Yes. That's the emulsified scampi butter. It was like 3 tablespoons of water, 3 tablespoons of water. I did add a splash of wine and grated some garlic in there. Just let it heat up until it was simmering. Then I turned it off and started adding my stick of butter 1 knob at a time, just letting it slowly emulsify so that way you get this creamy butter sauce rather than just melted butter. And ta-da! So we have that on warm. And then for plating the scampis, or should I do the bruschetta now? Or I'll plate the scampi.
Okay.
Wait.
What? Yeah, go ahead and plate the scampi because your sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce is.
Yeah, and then plus with the tomatoes, we also have the bruschetta where we have the baguette that we cut at such a bias. That way we get a lot of, you guys will see the baguette that we did. But we marinated the tomatoes, and I'm kind of okay putting the bruschetta together last, just because the longer you let those tomatoes marinate, the better flavor it's gonna have.
The better they are.
And as we said earlier, the marinating of the tomatoes could have been done yesterday. Could have been done Thursday. But what we did first with the heirloom tomatoes, we chopped them up, tossed them with a little bit of salt, and put them in a strainer over a bowl, lost a bunch of that liquid, then tossed it with a garlic oil that we made and some fresh basil. Salt and pepper. part of the fun of making this stuff is deciding how you're gonna plate it. Yeah. Oh. It's literally melted butter. It's whatever. It's great.
It's literally melted butter.
So I guess we're not photographing these with the skewers in them. I think that would look funny.
Yeah, no, you gotta...
Do what? Okay. Maybe this is a you and I do the bruschetta. I already have the butter sauce here.
Okay.
What do you think? His photos always look better than mine, so that's why I'm making sure he's on this.
Okay.
Or I can just go ahead.
Stick that there. I'll move this inside. No. The Caesar, in case you didn't
The
get
grilled
to
Caesar.
See it?
The lemons
there
were grilled in the Caesar dressing. The romaine wedge was grilled, and then the croutons we made were grilled.
No,
What?
oh wait, no, I need those. Okay. Yeah. We're good.
Okay.
Good.
Or wait, should the circle one be for the scampi?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Sorry guys, we had everything planned up until now. That grilled strawberry shortcake.
Everyone knows what they'll do in a fight until they get punched in the face.
Right. And you know, one thing with grilling too is like we've just been hanging out having fun. It's not like a, you know, hurry up and eat kind of ordeal. So this is definitely a great outdoor activity to spend with your family. I know a lot of moms that all they want for Mother's Day is just to spend time with their kids. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to see them.
Yeah, I just want to see them.
Yeah, if we didn't have to photograph this, none of this would actually make it onto plates.
Right? Like typically this just goes directly into our mouth, but we're live. Oh, beautiful. So now we have the bruschetta. Very beautiful heirloom tomatoes that were salted, put over the strainer. This is not the first time I dumped out this liquid, so we really lost a lot of liquid in the tomatoes, which, you know, these were heirloom tomatoes, so usually that juiciness isn't a problem, but because we're serving it on the baguette, you don't want the baguette to be soggy. So that's why we're trying to lose some of the moisture, but because we're losing some of the moisture, we're getting a lot more flavor out of our tomatoes. So this had started as one of those nice long French baguettes, but he had cut it at like such an angle to where you get a lot more surface area. You can definitely change the amount of surface area you have based on the angle that you cut. I thought these, like, he went a lot more diagonal than I would have, but it looks so fancy this way. I'm not mad at all. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? Oh.
You're not biased.
Aha, because that's what it's called, cutting against the bias. Ah.
I was hoping that would bias sometime.
Ah. Ah. You know, this could have been done a while ago.
A lot of it was.
I mean, it really was. We've been here for a few hours now. But what I'm saying when it comes to this stuff, like the tomatoes could have been marinated yesterday. We could have grilled the bread, you know, hours ago or even yesterday.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of opportunities.
Like a lot of opportunities for prep.
For food prep here. Yeah.
Yes. Oh wait, I didn't try this after it sat. We went very simple with this. There's a little bit of the garlic oil.
Those heirlooms in there are so good.
But we kept the recipe really simple with just the heirloom tomatoes, the basil, salt, pepper. I did add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in here, but I had fried some garlic in there first and let that cool. So it's like a garlicky olive oil. I don't like that side. And then when we grilled the bread, we had just put olive oil before grilling it, but then right after it went off the grill, we took a garlic clove and just like rubbed it against the bread to give that little extra garlic flavor. Oh, looks peaceful.
Very peaceful.
There's so many people that just want to hang out in our backyard right now. Our backyard is pretty dang beautiful.
And we'll be hanging out in here.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out here more.
I'll be hanging out.
We gotta.
I'll be hanging out by the.
We've had so many
tree,
things
the honeysuckle tree.
We've had so many things come up, but we really need to get a cover so we can even be out here when it's raining. Oh yes, such a nice, delightful snack. And of course, if you cut like, even if. Because the baguette was like this. If you sliced it this way, like we kind of did for the croutons, you would have gotten more of these, but they would have been smaller. Oh, I love it. It just looks so fancy. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna garnish with 7. Oh man, that is an appetizer right there. That is an appetizer.
You said you wanted an appetizer.
Yeah, that is a snackable offense right there.
Yeah, I wanted to eat it, but I guess I'll be doing that soon enough.
I know I did say earlier I didn't add more basil because it was pretty potent, but I want more basil now. Just 2. Oh, that is not a basil plant, that is a habanero plant.
Yeah, don't.
Oh. Oh.
That shrimp.
Oh, that shrimp.
It's got shrimp fingers in it. So
you got shrimp fingers?
Shrimp fingers. It's amazing.
Well, I'm watching some basil and I love it. I just trimmed my basil from the starter plant that we have.
All right. I need to wash.
Okay.
Or do you need more? Or what?
Oh, I was in the middle of a conversation and forgot what I was doing. Oh, let me turn on the water. So we bought a bunch of these starter plants. Of course, it's going to be cheaper whenever you're growing your own basil to just like grow it from seed. Not always the case for someone, but in order to get these like super, super large, whenever you trim your basil for something, you're going to count at each one of these like, you know, arm waves here. So you got 1, you got 2, you got 3. And then that's where you would chop off. And then that's how it like just... And that's how you get like the obnoxiously large basils that you can see. So I know some people... I know in the past when I've grown basil, it just hasn't been very fruitful. But ever since I started cutting the basil that way.
We've grown some good basil.
Yeah, no, I was explaining like it hadn't been good until I learned that tip.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so adding just some more basil.
Surface tension on that.
Surface tension. Adding this little bit of basil. You know, this is perfect for a Mother's Day tailgate. Wouldn't your mother love this?
Oh, yes.
My mom's super picky, so I have no idea. I'm just gonna get her a chocolate bar.
Here's a
chocolate bar and some milk. Here you go. Nope, Diet Coke. Chocolate bar, Diet Coke, good to go.
Diet milk.
Diet milk. Well, I mean, she does drink skim.
That's diet milk.
Diet milk.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this next part for this is gonna make me nervous, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh, The glaze.
The glaze.
The glaze.
Yeah, but I don't know where the glaze went. I did have it out here. I had it out here with the mustard. I remembered that. I had it in this corner right there. Huh.
Oh man.
That
Good sauce.
yes. Piemonte.
Piemonte.
Just make her one of your fabulous meals. No, I had the. This is gonna drive me nuts. I feel like I had been staring at this the entire day pretty much, and now it's not.
You've just been waiting for that.
Waiting for it, and then the ingredient just disappears. It pretty much just got up and walked away.
You stared it into oblivion.
I did. Like, did I knock it on the ground? Did it get thrown away?
I don't think so.
No?
I think it got thrown away. Ah! Getting frisked over here.
All right. Oh, there it is. It's in the basket. It was just went to the bottom since we had used everything else. Balsamic glaze. You can absolutely make this yourself by using balsamic vinegar and letting it sit in your stovetop at a very low temperature and letting it reduce. But I've messed that up more often than I have made it right. So for me, the balsamic glaze is just cheaper and easier to buy, and plus it lasts in your pantry a million years. Okay, scary. I gotta do a little practice squeeze.
Nice.
I don't know if y'all saw what I
man.
did right there, because sometimes it doesn't like come out all the way at first. So I kind of started in my hand before I continued
like
going.
So it didn't have a mustard plug. Oh, that's beautiful,
Yeah.
babe. I'm glad you did that one. Is that why you wanted to do that one?
Yes. But dude, that shrimp is delicious looking. Like, I'm so glad he's the one that plated the shrimp.
Oh, I should have let you taste my finger.
Oh. Dang it. Oh, yes. So these recipes are going to be up on FoodTokTV.com later on today. So be sure you are following FoodTok TV so you're aware when these recipes hit. Got the grilled shrimp scampi skewers. Basically, our to-do list today is get rid of a bush that our neighbor is rightfully angry at us for having.
He's not angry.
He's not angry. He's polite. He was polite. He was polite.
He's asked us to.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, can you trim your bush?
It was polite. Yeah. No. I might not have been. I get it. But so that's the plan,
Right.
and then along with recipes, and that's all we got planned for the rest of the day.
Yeah, just do a little there. Maybe Taylor will get this garden ready to put our plants in. You know.
And maybe Taylor will do something.
Maybe Taylor will do something while I go take care of my bush. Tree, shrub.
The thing with the stuff. But y'all, if you are ever wanting your photos to pop, when you are taking photos, you want your photos to pop. So first of all, your better photos are going to be outside when it's daylight. I am so sorry to you FoodTok TVers that are on for your night shows. I used to do a night show, so I understand that you can't. But the best
so
light
tough
is going
at
to.
night.
Oh man, it's so tough. But whenever
Especially
it's
when
night,
you've grilled it outside and you have to drag it back.
yeah, you have to
inside.
drag it back inside. But if you are taking a photo of it inside, make sure you have light coming at all directions. You want the least amount of shadows possible. Which, like, I'm glad that it's not super sunny, because a big problem with us taking photos outside is like trying not to overcast our shadow. We don't have to worry about that right now.
No, that's
So this is
cloudy,
like peak photo opportunity right here.
Cloudy is perfect.
Right. Another thing is that he's giving it elevation. So he is kind of taking a photo of it at an angle. There are times when you take a photo straight ahead, it can look really good and it really elevated. And sometimes that works. But oftentimes with food, if there's not a lot of colors and obvious textures on there, it's not going to look like it's just going to look flat. So usually that's why we take the pictures at an angle. You're also going to want to make sure that there's nothing in your background. I don't want to see the remnants of your kitchen when I'm looking at your food. I'm sorry. I don't need to see your empty chicken broth bottle. You know, I don't need to see your dirty dishes and stuff like that.
Really
now. Yeah, no. Oh yes. Yes.
Taylor has to.
I have to approve. The shots. Yes.
Like, I'll send her like 50 pictures every weekend.
And another thing we like to focus on too when we're doing our photos is we got to make sure that there's color variation. We're not just taking photos of beige. So that's one of the reasons. Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to swat a fly and I swatted your ear. But one of the main reasons why, you know, we like to buy arugula so much is so that way it serves as something underneath our shrimp, which y'all.
And it just soaks up those shrimp juices.
It soaks up the shrimp juices. It's a beautiful garnish. It makes the colors pop. But then also it's something nice and airy to like eat with this rich butter and everything like that. But yes, the shrimp scampi skewers. I'm so excited. So we got our photos. We got to try it, right? Or do you want to get the photo of the bruschetta and then we can just
the bruschetta and then
did you got the salad, the bruschetta, and then
I got the salad. I got the dessert first.
Yeah, we got the dessert first.
Salad. I don't care if I spill that butter now.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We got photos now. And then we can have a little sample party. I'll move some of our. Still got more of that butter sauce. And even with the temperature off on here, that emulsification still works. That's why that last sauce did not work.
Up on it. I'm just talking.
Okay.
Talking to the food.
Talking to the food. I'm excited to finally get to try all this. So what are y'all looking forward to us trying first? What would you try first? There we go. Hurry up and photograph. I'm hungry.
I know, right? I just want to make.
Hungry.
I want to make sure I do it justice here.
Yeah, you know, to be fair, see, this is why I also don't understand how people could not take photos of your food. It's just like, or like food that you work hard on, you know, it's just kind of like, you spent so many hours of that and you're just not going to have proof of it? No.
I got a good story, bro.
I got to have evidence.
All right, I'm done. Surely there's a good picture in there somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now we get to eat.
Ah, yes. Some of this. I guess I'll just move that.
Yeah, move it in.
Here we go.
Oh, I was.
What? Still? You got more? Yeah, I thought about it too while you were taking the photo, but it just wouldn't have. I just didn't think it added anything to it.
No, it
Yeah.
adds juice.
Oh yeah, no, that does add juice. Right. No, I thought you meant for the photo because
Yeah,
I
I was
love
going
using
to
the
for
charred
the-
lemons
yeah,
as part of the photo.
But I didn't have. I have two of them, so I only have one, and it would have been out of place.
Yes. So we have the bruschetta, basically Italian pico that is served on top of crostinis that we grilled on the grill because this is an entire grilled feast. We grilled some shrimp scampi skewers. They were marinated in an olive oil, lemon juice, plenty of garlic and parsley marinade, a little bit of mustard, of course, along with a Piemonte sauce, basically a mounted butter that is just a creamy butter sauce with some garlic. We have our grilled Caesar. Oh, actually having a seat here.
Have
Okay.
a seat over here.
Huh, weird. Not used to sitting and eating.
I know, right? But hey, it's a thing.
Yeah, I feel really low. So this is our grilled Caesar salad. We had gotten the romaine. It was a full romaine heart. Cut it, or head of romaine. cut it in half, brushed it with some grapeseed oil, and grilled it. It's still pretty crispy as far as like the inside of it goes, but the outside of it was nice and grilly. Also made a Caesar dressing with some charred lemon in the dressing and some grilled croutons. And then we have our grilled strawberry shortcake. And then I'm not sitting down, this is uncomfortable.
Okay.
Or I don't know, you try it. Maybe I will feel less uncomfortable when you're next to me.
Yeah, I'm just thirsty.
Okay, more thirsty than anything. Woo, we've been working hard. Would you grab some forks?
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's 2 forks out here.
I think they're, yeah.
Yeah, we got them.
We need more?
Nope, we're good. Yeah, I feel awkward.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the thought.
Leaving it?
I appreciate the thought because yes, we've been standing and cooking for a while, but I just felt weird. See, when I'm standing like this, I'm overpowering my food. Down here, I'm afraid of. You can sit down if you'd like, but I need you to hurry up. I'm hungry. Coming, he's coming. Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay, what are you trying first?
But I want some.
I'm going for a shrimp.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, and the way we cut it, so that way it got all that marinade in there. And whenever we grill it, we like to leave the shell on because that really helps protect the shrimp from overcooking, but then also gives it so much flavor. So I'm just peeling back its jacket.
Mm-hmm. Shrimp jacket. Looks like a good one there. I'm gonna remove my jacket. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we weren't talking at all for a few minutes. I guess you guys can guess that it was all right. That melted butter sauce is everything. I am glad I just went ahead and, because oftentimes, you know, when you're cooking on live, sometimes you just mess things up, but it's not a big enough of a deal to remake it. Sometimes, you know, when you're cooking on live, sometimes you just mess things up, but it's not a big enough of a deal to remake it. And it's like, no, the first sauce did not turn out okay. I'm glad I remade it.
Yeah, that was
This is-
perfectly grilled.
Perfect. Oh yes, and some grilled lemon over